everyone? My name is Krizik Blackknuckles, but you can call me Krizik. If you want to call me Blackknuckles, I know a great spot for a bar brawl, you weak-kneed mouth breather. I'm a goblin barbarian, and you can usually find me in the underground biting pits of Waterdeep. Swing, swing! Take that, you slimy rat! Ha ha! If I'm not there, you can also find me playing trumpet at the Yawning Portal with my band, Two Napkins Juicy. We're pretty good, I think. Anyway, if you... Hey, who are you calling tone deaf, you weasel face? Come here!
Oh, hello. My name is Marv, and I am a kobold. I'm also a cleric for the kindest, most gentle and beautiful five-headed dragon goddess in all of the realms, Tiamat. I have left my home cave to travel the surface lands, spreading her good name and blessings. I've quickly made some new friends, and now, every night, we make different noises together that some people seem to enjoy.
Nahtel Burudun hails from the city of Heartsvale, tucked into the meadow below the mighty ice spiders in northern Faerun. She split her time between the forests, growing her druidic abilities, and the city, where she grew up on heroic tales of her cousin Tavis Burudun, a ranger of legend and renown. Though she's still young for a Firbolg, she begged her cousin and guardian to send her on her own adventure, hoping to create a safety net for his cousin, and hopefully help curb her habit of playing pranks on the advisory council. Tavis has sent her to Waterdeep to join the Emerald Enclave in order to bring back knowledge back to the city of Heartsvale. Her hometown has seen an increasing amount of dark creatures come down from the spires and need help to find the root of the problem.
My name is Valtreya, of House Margister. But trust me, being of noble birth isn't all it's cracked up to be. I'm constantly asked to use my sorcerer's abilities for the good of the family, Valtreya. Well, sometimes the difference between good and evil isn't always clear. As an Aasimar, this causes a bit of a moral dilemma. When Nahtel's cousin Tavis asked if I would accompany her south to Waterdeep, I of course jumped at the opportunity. I would finally show my family that I don't need their constant supervision to succeed. Plus, someone has to keep her out of trouble.
Hey, Ennui here. Gods, this city can suck. But the most brilliant, and sadly underrated, artists in all of Waterdeep just asked me to help them out. Which I'll do, so long as my parents don't find out I'm out past curfew.
I am Thoughtsy. I am the Wanti warlock of the group. I'm a little bit quieter and a little bit more reserved than some of the other party members. So after the concerts and while we're on our missions, I'm running around making sure we're not eating people and we're staying focused. But for everything that I put into the group, I'm also going through some kind of internal issues that I'm sure I'll feel up to sharing with the rest of our party, and I'll grow to trust them with my internal turmoils a little bit more as we go along.
My name is Sneezewort Gurgleguts. I'm the finest goblin bounty hunter in all of Waterdeep. Nobody knows this filthy city better than I do. If you got a fugitive you need captured, I'm your man. Goblin. I'm not one of those fancy rangers who prance around the forest all day. The cobblestone jungle's where I roam, honing my investigation skills at the Sneezewort People Capturing Agency. If you want my help, bring gold, bring jewels, maybe bring food, but no dogs.
I mean, like, the greatest place I ever saw that made like a burrito the size of a damn baby was Machismo Burrito Bar over in Norfolk.
Oh yeah, I remember Machismo.
Oh my god. Rest in peace, Machismo.
I
fucking miss that place.
Me too.
Like,
Burrito Perdido.
About it. It was just.
I've heard
Burrito
Perdido is pretty freaking awesome, but I have not been there.
Is.
I have heard those things. Hey everybody, watch us mess with Zoom and OBS. And
Wait, are we still live?
we're live.
Are
now, yes.
live right
But
now.
we're live
I
again.
just came back. Yeah,
Oh.
I came back with Perdido
Okay.
Burrito.
Just
All
a little
and then-
free advertising for them.
Let me just. Yeah, I know. We're obviously sponsored by them, as you can tell from our setup here. I'm trying.
I remember when I was an obnoxious high schooler, we would go to Machismo, and I don't know if it's because I think their tables were made out of real copper. You could write on it in hot sauce, and the message would stay there.
Yeah.
Giant dicks every time
What
we
the
went.
heck? Why didn't I know that? Why didn't I know
That's
that?
amazing.
I just have one
Also,
less
I
thing to
expect
fix,
nothing less from high schoolers.
and then
Yeah.
we'll go at it.
Oh.
Hey guys, I can't
Honestly,
see
I
the
don't know if
Facebook. Is
30-year-old
Ryan?
Angela would be any more mature, but
Is Ryan doing okay or
You're
no?
not wrong.
Ryan hasn't said anything in the chat yet.
Yeah, we overheard
Yeah, I haven't
nothing
seen
else.
anything come up in the chat.
Okay, well, gonna move on just for now. If they pop back in and everyone's screen gets messed up again, we'll just fix it. Welcome, everybody,
The
to
moment you
Waterdeep
start.
Dragon Heist. Where was I? Oh, yeah, sharks fighting submersibles. And the submersible won, luckily. After that, the heroes went to the Temple of the, the Inspired Hand to, unfortunately, let Nim know that his creation was destroyed. Luckily, they didn't say really what happened. They just said, sorry, he broke.
Your friends did.
That's right. Knocking on the front door.
To be fair, a play-by-play was not
definitely
given.
didn't kill your friend.
Yeah. To be fair, a play-by-play was not given to Ennui, so she basically knew he attacked, and they had to defend themselves.
Right. Exactly.
Other circumstances were not given.
You're also missing the part, Chris, where Marv made a delightful mustache.
Oh, that's right.
Short-lived.
Yeah, I actually
Very
didn't get a chance
short-lived.
to listen to the last episode.
Short-lived and
Oh
and
gosh, it's just shenanigans.
yeah,
it's just all
nuts.
shenanigans.
Short-lived and it burnt off, and then there was a parachute involved.
Yep. There was definitely a parachute.
Oh.
I just said the internet cut out in her whole
Holy
neighborhood.
shit.
Oh, what bad timing! They
There was
all
a-
must be
there was a
tuning
barking
in to
box that
Table
Sneezewort
Hops
was
at the
having
same
none
time.
of.
There was a barking box. Krizik now has stilts.
Oh yeah.
Increase his height by 4 feet, so he is almost as tall as Nahtel now.
So
Yeah, you still got like a foot and a half to go, but you're there, buddy.
see, that's what happens when you leave this party with only one party mom.
Oh
Yeah.
god, we totally did. I'm so sorry. I'm not, but I'm so sorry.
Oh no, it was hilarious. It was just one of those things that's why you guys got messages from me going, "Why did you leave me alone? Do you know what you've done?"
Yeah, and don't forget, everybody, if you missed an episode, you can go back and see them on YouTube as well as on your favorite podcast platform of choice. So with that, everybody, we're going to be starting at Troll Skull Manor, where, everyone's names are wrong.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, guys, I had this set up so nicely. You all saw it. You all saw it. Well, this is a good time to meet the characters. Marv is played by my friend Zach. Marv is a kobold. Thanks for following Velexion. He's like, these guys need all the help they can get. All right, appreciate the follow. Thank you. And then next to him we have Sneezewort, and he is a goblin who is played by my friend Jack. And then below that we have Ennui, who is a tiefling played by Sarah.
Ooh, no friend qualifier there.
Oh,
That's
I'm
tough.
sorry. One of my absolute buds, Sarah.
Absolute buds.
Buds.
It's because I met you through Jenny, right? And I didn't remember you
No,
from.
it's because I'm trying not to mess this up. Krizik,
Absolute
My-
buds
my-
from Disney Channel.
my powerful
Yeah.
pal Krizik, played by Sebastian. Right there. Okay.
That's going on
The
all my
only way I'm
business cards.
introducing my friends from now on.
Absolute bud.
Absolute. All right, and then Nahtel, played by my pal and confidant Angela. There we go.
Confidant. Wow.
Girls, yay!
We did it. Thank you for being my friends. Now we're gonna go ahead and play our
travel down the road and back
our
again.
favorite game. Oh man, if I switch
unexpected
screens right now
journey,
and all
to
our
be
names are
sure.
wrong again, I would just unsubscribe right now. I'd let our next. So for today's game, we're going to be looking for one individual in particular, a very famous character in the Dungeons and Dragons universe, and I'm pretty sure you're going to find it right away. Who would like to be the painter?
I'll do
be
it.
painter.
Okay.
Up.
I
Nope,
heard
it's
I
fine,
heard
I don't
Zach.
All right.
Is it not Zach?
Yeah, it's fine. Whatever.
It's Zach.
Yep, it's Zach.
All right, Zach, you will be painting. Everyone else can tell them what number you think it is, but your job is to paint a circle around Xanathar. Good luck.
Oh, Xanathar is the.
I'm thinking it's 84. Is what I'm gonna say.
Let's see, I bought that book yesterday, but I don't know anything.
Yeah, he's the beholder, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Final answer?
Yeah, I don't see other beholders on
You
there.
are correct. It's Xanathar the Beholder, the guy on the front of Xanathar's guild, and that's his little goldfish. I forgot his goldfish's name, which means I'm not a real Dungeons & Dragons fan, I guess.
So
I mean,
wait,
I didn't
Xanathar's
even know
guide
Xanathar
to
was a
everything.
beholder, so.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
wait, Xanathar's guide to everything, like, is that?
That's
the
his
same-
book.
That's his
Yeah.
book.
A beholder, supposed in the world, wrote a book.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They're
And
smart.
people buy it.
We'll probably
Oh.
transcribe it to somebody.
I mean, I didn't know. I like I said, I've only seen the little baby one, so I don't.
So
I
when you
wasn't
read
at
the
that
book,
level of-
Let's
there-
hope we keep it that way.
when
It's
you
in
read the
quarantine.
book,
I haven't.
there
brought it in from the car yet.
there are notes from Xanathar inside the book, as well as other notes crossing out his stuff from Elminster, and they're just going back and forth the entire book. It's fantastic.
Wow.
Oh, that's awesome.
is good.
That's wonderful.
It is good. So you guys have earned 1 inspiration. Nicely done. So let's go back to the landing page, and I'll give you that inspiration right here. 1. Kaboink. And now, guys, I almost said. Oh no, reset that. I almost said boys and girls again because I've been teaching online for the past 2 days. All right, now, boys and girls, we're going to be going to Troll Skull Manor. And you have come back to rest after you've given the news to Nim, and coming back into the manor house, you do find Nahtel, and she's what is Nahtel doing?
I don't know, but I walk in and go, "Where have you been?"
Hey, Nahtel! Oh my god. Wait.
Nahtel, we found a shark!
Critic, what happened to your legs? Why are you so big?
Got taller! I finally got my growth spurt!
Shit.
I'm so sorry.
I'm still dressed like a ghost.
Guys,
That's right. So
I was
Marv
only
is covered
gone
in a
for
giant
like 2
sheet.
days.
And I feel like Sneezewort, even though he didn't want the barking box, probably has the box with an arrow through it, just like skewered, like some sort of trophy.
No,
That's up to Sneezewort.
I think Sneezewort has the smoking pipe that lights it.
I have a pipe,
right.
yeah. I'm now, like, it's a
Yeah.
pipe with, like, this.
Oh no, I
gold
just didn't know
smoking
since
on
you broke it if they were just gonna be like, well, it's broken. And
I
just...
think they probably would have recycled that in some way.
Okay.
Now
Fair
it
enough.
meows.
Just checking.
I don't think I can ever leave you alone again.
I,
No, you totally can. Look, we got shit done. I mean, we found Grinda. We found out where the stone thing is to
And then
get
blew up
into
her
the
house.
magic treasure.
And then
Okay,
blew up her
what?
house.
All right, I didn't blow up her house.
I
and
found
we didn't
a
do it
ring
on purpose.
inside the box. Tiamat told me to go into the box. I did.
Yeah, he went into a chest in the middle of like what, a wizard's house, and like didn't tell anyone, and then it
A treasure
exploded.
hunter.
Treasure hunter, but she's got like, I mean, she's. It's
was-
probably charmed in some way.
It was quite painful. I don't recommend being blown up.
I can
Yeah,
only imagine.
it was a gnarly
I
explosion.
can only imagine.
No
Not
one
my
loved it.
favorite thing. Not my favorite thing.
But we did end up in the actual harbor in like a metal crab sort of transportation thing, and that was pretty cool, until we almost died. But then it was pretty cool after that too.
That seems to be the common theme from the past couple days.
I mean, I think that's the common theme of our group, period.
That's true.
You're true.
2 napkins
That's
juice.
right.
Is it really a fun time if there's not at least a small chance of death?
That's so
I
good.
mean,
Yes, you're right, Critic. You're right. Well, okay. So, what do we need to do next? What's our plan?
So before we get into that, Nahtel, while you were away, you were summoned to Jareth Falcon for some more Emerald Enclave business. And you've been tasked with the following mission to sort of do as a side quest. Gray exclamation point. It is what Jareth told you were that doppelgangers threaten the balance of power in Waterdeep. Rumor has it that a group of them are hiding out in the Yawning Portal. Your job is to root them out and rid the city of them if you can. Or at least find information on them.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like a
That
city
sounds like
with, leaders that literally cover their faces the entire time wouldn't take doppelgangers to, threaten the balance of power, but
That's what it says. It might not just be they might be smaller factions inside, not the ruling class. but you never know. For some
Just
reason,
saying,
the Emerald
they're clearly
Enclave
not
doesn't
thinking
want
big
these
enough.
here.
Do was Jareth able to provide me a list of the people who are being impersonated?
No. Your whole job is to sort of find out who they are. The only thing they've done is they've managed to narrow down their area of meeting or something at the Yawning Portal.
Okay,
So
to
that's
the
your-
Yawning Portal. Okay.
That is all. Now, besides that, guys, does anyone remember what your next task is?
Yeah, we have to. Sorry, we have to go find the stone. We have to go find the stone.
We're supposed
from
to
the mausoleum.
We're supposed to disguise ourselves as people and go to the graveyard.
Yeah,
I
so
don't know how good
Grinda-
I'll be at that, but
So Grinda hid the stone thing that unlocks the treasure room.
Yeah, she gave it to a rat familiar.
It's in her
Yes.
her family's mausoleum.
Yeah,
ooh.
which is in the place.
City of the Dead.
City of the Dead.
Yes,
So
that.
Is that the place where we fought with that crazy old man?
Yes.
Yep.
That is correct.
Okay. I liked that place.
Chris, did you want to tell me about the drow pistol that we
Yes. So you've come back here. It's getting to be late in the evening now, so you're going to be hopefully going to the City of the Dead in the evening times to avoid the problems you mentioned before of trying to fit in, regardless of mustaches or blankets. While taking that time,
As a ghost?
Yes, that's why I'm dressed like a ghost.
because he fits in the City of the Dead.
and as I said last week, this idea is clearly far more brilliant than just walking in as a cleric to pay respects to the dead. You know, Marv's intelligence and brainstorming abilities know no bounds.
I feel like it would have gone with Marv going to the temple instead of knocking on the door and saying, "Your friends are dead." He just knocks on the mausoleums and says, "You're dead."
Probably, yeah.
I mean, listen, it's much easier to wear a parachute as a ghost costume than it is to put the parachute
That is
back
true.
in the
That
backpack. So
That's what they told you right when you popped it. Is
I'm
that
just
I don't think
saying.
you'll get it back
Yeah.
in. So Sneezewort has been messing around with the
dressed as a ghost.
Sneezewort's been messing with the device he found from the drow, this sort of firearm, and you've played around with it enough by shooting rats in the cellar to get a definite idea of how it works. Here's what you got. So out of the items that you're able to find on the drow with the weapon, you've only found 3 of the poison rounds. So there are these specific cartridges that shoot the poison that he was shooting at you.
Okay.
However, you have cobbled together some small bullets is a strong word, but BBs of some sort to be able to fire from it. And if you use it, this is how it will function. It's a ranged weapon, meaning it'll use your dexterity as its attack and damage. Its range is 30, 90, so 30 feet, 90 feet max. It does 1d10 damage, but you are not proficient in it.
Okay.
So using it, you would only add dexterity. 1d10 damage for its normal shots. You have 3 poison shots, which you have to let me know beforehand you're firing.
Okay.
Nifty thrifty, we all good?
That is good, yeah.
All right, powerful pal, let's move on. My absolute bud. So, with this, it's getting to be nighttime. It seems like every time you relax at home, someone knocks on the door.
Oh, Chris, I'm sorry.
it's not just a morning thing.
What's the damage type? Is it bludgeoning or piercing?
It's good question. I think it's piercing.
Also-
I'm like 90% sure it's piercing.
Okay.
Let's say
we're
yes
sticking
unless I
with our
tell you
hit
otherwise.
points From last session, yes?
Say that again?
We're sticking with our hit points from last session?
You can have a short rest.
Okay. How does getting back hit die work?
You roll any number of hit dice that you like, add your constitution to it, and add that to your current hit points. You can use them all at once, or you can save them for another short rest down the road.
I'm just gonna use 2 for now.
Okay. Let's see. It is... It's piercing. Yeah, it's piercing.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Nice.
14. That sucks. I better roll some dice.
Oh, nice.
There you go. Yeah, so the reason we're not taking a long rest is because we're going from last adventure, just sort of taking a break at home, meeting up in Nahtel, and then going right to the City of the Dead. You got more.
Oh.
I know. So I'll be adding 9.
Zoom out again so everyone can see the map. Alrighty, so...
It's not the end of the world.
So everyone good?
Yep.
So we are starting from Troll Skull Alley, and then you move towards the City of the Dead. Now, of course, it's after dusk, so the gates to the front of the City of the Dead are locked. What would you like to do?
That shouldn't be too much of a problem.
All right, Ennui, we're gonna try and pick these.
Yeah, I mean, they seem to be just locked, not like magically locked.
Doesn't seem to be. I mean,
Should
no
I
one's
do
going
it?
out.
I mean, you know.
Well, that's true.
So-
It is Dungeons and Dragons. And last time you did have to kill a bunch of dead people. Let's see
I
what
was
you got.
I was like,
Tiamat would like you to be in here.
Oh God.
all right. So this is just my thieves' tools.
So guidance.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, so roll Thieves' Tools and then add a D4 after.
Why is it asking me my attribute for thieves' tools? It's
Oh,
like,
it
is
might not be
strength?
assigned.
And I'm like,
It's
no.
not strength.
No, I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's dexterity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I was like looking at it like, why would a rogue be strength for anything?
Just get in the keys and like.
It's like, let me stab it. And then there's guidance, although I probably don't need it. considering that I
Oh,
have
there
a
you go.
20.
Nice. Yes.
Well, 23.
You easily pop open the lock and slowly open the gate just enough that everyone can get inside. It kind of creaks under the rust, but you're able to make it into the City of the Dead, which has a completely different atmosphere after dark than it does during the day. When you went there before to meet with Yagra and the other Doom Raider, it was all like sort of lively. There was a bunch of people there, picnics, etc. Now it's just complete silence. You do know that there's probably what was his name? Oh gosh, Ambrose. Sir Ambrose might be on patrol somewhere, but currently you don't see anybody. Following the directions, you're able to make it to Growloth's mausoleum.
Okay. And she said that that it was unlocked.
Mm-hmm.
So can I peek inside and see
Sure.
if we see
The doors
anything
are
or any?
closed. Would you like to try to open them?
Yeah, I mean, she said it was going to be unlocked,
Okay.
so I think that should be fine.
So you push on the stone doors into the mausoleum, and they creak open and then sort of grind against the ground. But they were not locked, just as Grinda said they wouldn't be. Inside, you just see a whole line of dust with. It looks like some pieces of wood. There seems to be some debris on the floor.
Okay. Can we see? Are the debris? Is the debris from anything in particular? Like, does it look like something was smashed in the room, or is it just like this has been a while since someone's been in here?
How about everybody? If you're inside the mausoleum, it's quite large. It's a family plot. Roll a investigation check.
Okay. Tiamat would definitely want me to find these things.
I feel very guided.
Wow. Okay. Good rolls. Oh, except for that one.
Oh.
So, Marv, you were distracted by something. What was it?
I probably have still not gotten the parachute off of me.
That's perfect. All right. So as you're looking around, it does look like this whole tomb has been plundered in some way. It looks like some of the caskets have been smashed. You don't see any sign of a stone. You do see multiple footprints all over the ground. And then the debris seems to be from some of the either offerings or the coffins themselves. Looking through it, Ennui, you do find in the dust below, almost buried in the dust, is a small silver key. It looks, I don't know if custom. It doesn't look like out of the ordinary, but it doesn't look like a standard key that you'd find around here.
Okay. Well, I definitely pocket it until I can find where we might need this. So.
Okay.
Looking around, is it big enough that we can see if anyone's still here? I mean, I presume you said it's pretty big. I don't know what that means. Is it in the sense that can we see if there's anybody else there, or do we need to really?
So with your high investigation check, as you guys have been sort of checking this place from top to bottom, there's no way anyone could be hiding in here unless they were invisible.
Okay, fair enough. Just because I wasn't sure the size, like mausoleums vary, and I was like, so
Right.
is this one of those ones that like has hallways and shit? Like,
Well, it only has hallways that revert back around themselves with many doors, and each door has a giant crossbow behind it. So.
Oh god. It's either that or the one that ping pongs, around like one of those.
Oh god.
Pinball.
No.
The Scooby-Doo hallway?
It never
Yeah.
happened.
Flashbacks.
We will not speak of it again.
All right, guys. So what would you like to do?
Coping with humor. Let's see.
I mean, I know we've been walking around in here, but like, is there any way to see like where the tracks lead, like back out? I mean, is there like
Sure.
any
Roll a
entrance to this
survival check.
mausoleum?
Roll a survival check.
Okay.
And while he's doing that, because
I have a -1.
oof.
Wow.
So, Krizik,
Maybe
you're
the
following.
range try.
I literally rolled a 0.
Krizik, you're following the tracks, and they seem to lead in a circle. And you go around for a few minutes, and you realize you're just following your own tracks.
That's entirely in character.
Okay.
I'd like to check around just because I don't feel like she would put the stone somewhere obvious. Like, obviously people have smashed through things, but I get the impression that she would check beyond that. So is there anything in here that stands out as far as like, I guess like just checking along and seeing if anything.
Because you
like
have
it
such
would
a high check, I will tell you that it looks like this wasn't just a standard grave robbing. It looks like whoever was in here was thorough and was looking for something particular.
Right, they were probably looking for the stone because we already knew that they were attacking her trying to get it. Okay. Yeah, because I was just trying to think of maybe if there was like a loose brick or something that it would be hidden behind, or
Nothing that I mean, with that high of investigation, you were thorough. You did not find it.
Okay.
Sneezewort, thinking back to when you saw the gazer, you wonder if maybe that was how the Xanathar knew about this small mausoleum.
Okay. All right. That makes sense.
So it doesn't appear like there's anything else in here, guys.
Okay.
I'm gonna cut 2 holes in my parachute.
All right. You can see.
You kind of take a moment and go like, there was this key on the ground. I don't know what it's for, but it's probably important. Just heads up if we find anything that looks like it needs this type of key.
Okay, so just so I understand, we were told the stone is here, but the stone has definitely been stolen. Again.
Yeah, when we were going to the place that you guys, when you stopped at that point and they were attacking the little house.
Yeah.
They were attacking her to get to the stone.
Yeah.
So there were people that were. That's why she agreed to let us take it, because she was like, "Look, I'm a treasure hunter, but f this." And then we blew up her house and left. But
she wasn't in it. She had already left.
Yeah, she's hiding out in the harbor for a while.
One might argue that it was abandoned when we blew it up.
Well, honestly, she's gonna think and I'm gonna get all my Z's messed up again. Xanathar?
Yeah.
That is correct.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, because Xanathar is also the guide to everything. So now I'm getting myself
Well, it's the same
confused.
guy.
No, it's the same. Yep, same. Dude.
Okay, so I'm not just misremembering,
Nope.
and my brain is getting. Nope. Okay, it's the same
Same
X,
thing.
I guess. But yeah, so I did kind of make sure that I took some of my extra ink and drew their symbol on one of the pieces of, because her house is still standing, just a bunch of shit is broken.
Right. So with that, guys, what would you like
So
to do?
I drew that symbol on there so that she'd think it was them and not us.
So,
Very
Can we go?
In the van.
I guess home and take a nap.
Let's go home. So you begin to exit the mausoleum, and as you do, these 4 figures materialize outside of the mausoleum. As you exit, you see them in front of you. They materialize almost out of nowhere, and you see that they're definitely dwarves, but they have very ashen skin and grayish beards. And they look at you, and you see that same symbol of the circle with the spokes, and they say, you wouldn't have happened to find that stone. Now, maybe you saved us the trouble. Hand it over.
Actually, we thought you got here first. It's empty. Someone's already trashed it.
Yeah,
And I'm trying to look as thoroughly annoyed as possible because it has been a long fucking day.
I think you're lying. All right, boys, let's get them.
Are they at all afraid of the ghost that's in front of them?
You can try.
As a ghost.
So, with that, guys, they're going to appear. I need you to place your figures in this area where I'm pinging.
Oh. This is a very familiar
I
mausoleum.
know. It's like there's only one mausoleum planner in all of Forgotten Realms, and it's this one.
Oh. Every time.
Do we need to be inside?
2 of you can be outside, and then the rest are
okay.
inside.
I figured since I yelled at them, then I should be outside.
And I did say, let's go home. Maybe I should be outside? I don't know.
That's fair. Yeah, you were probably closest to the door.
Plus,
I'm just
also
standing there like, as they prep, I'm just like, are you kidding me? Like, today? Seriously,
We
today?
really don't have it.
I mean, like, I can roll a persuasion check, but I don't think they're gonna care.
I'm ready to go, guys. Let's go.
No, they're ready to.
What
They're
else?
ready
It
to
was like,
fight.
I have a +7, but still.
Sneezeword, did you get Duke?
We have lost Duke. I was about to say there.
Can you drag him from your journal?
No, I see Duke.
I see him.
Do we?
I can drag him.
I
Or are
cannot
you doing
drag
it,
him.
Seb?
No, I can't drag him.
I don't
I
actually.
see
I can't
him
drag him
in
either.
I don't
the
actually
list.
see him.
Yeah, I can
He's at
see
the top
him.
of the list.
Okay, let me see here. Maybe we got it.
Only Jack.
We
can
got
do it.
him.
Yeah, only Jack can do
Hey.
it.
Woo!
All right, guys.
Fantastic.
So with that, we're gonna roll initiative, and
I'm shocked.
go ahead and click on your character and roll the initiative, and I'll do the same for the Durgar.
Nice.
Wow.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, all my initiative rolls were balls. Literally nothing in the double digits.
Oh, it was
Good.
Okay.
That's the way it should
I
be.
feel so sorry for you.
All right, Ennui, you are first.
Okay. So I'm basically just like, let's see. I'm looking at the ones that are closest to us, and I'm just like, you fucking kidding me? And let's see, how far away do I have to be for 60 feet? Okay. So we're gonna try to try to get the 2 in the center with acid splash.
Okay, that works for me.
Yep. So if it would click, because it should let me do it. There we go. And then
DC
there's a
12.
DC of 12.
Alrighty, here goes the first one. That is a 9. That's a failure. Here comes the second one. The second one succeeds. So the first one takes the full amount of damage, and then the other one takes nothing. From what I understand, yeah.
Yeah, no, I was
Boom.
looking. Yeah, if they save, they're fine.
So this is acid damage. Got it. So the acid goes across his face and starts to melt through his beard like cotton candy. But he's just angry that he's half shaven. Any movement?
And then I'm gonna move, so that others can get through, and so that maybe I am not like I'm just gonna kind of. Can I hide between these little things here?
They're more like arrow slits. What you can do is get cover behind tombstones.
Okay, so we will get cover behind tombstones then.
That works for me. All right, Krizik.
Cool. Krizik is going to rage out and get right here.
Okay.
And we're attacking this one.
All right, let's do it.
And I am toggling everything.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
That's not going to do it, unfortunately, as he parries your block. Parries your attack. by blocking. That's how combat works. Who's next? You got another one?
No, I don't have a second
Not
attack yet.
All right, Nahtel, you're up.
Okay. Alright, well, Krizik is in the way. So we're not going to do that. Yep. Hey, yep, it's chunk time.
All right.
I'll scoot Nahtel over
Big
here.
wolf.
I can't wait till it's done.
I know. I'm excited to have a token. I think this is the one I've been using, but he is not thick enough. That'll do.
There we go. the instantaneous, just widening. The image is so beautiful.
Let me just give you a control. All right, there you go.
Okay. And we're going to go right up to... we'll go to this buddy.
Okay.
And pack tactics.
All right.
Pack tactics. Pack tactics.
Yeah, that'll hit.
See what I'm rolling. Yes. Alright. 2d6 plus 3, right? 2d6 plus 3, yeah.
Nine damage.
9 points of damage, and I need a strength save, please.
All right, here he goes. The first one's the only one that counted. It double did it. The 8 does not pass. Is he grappled?
He is prone.
Oh, prone! Oh no! Oh no! Prone! Oh, my back! Yeah, he's down. All right. Anything else?
No. That's,
all right, Marv, you're up.
Oh, okay. Pack tactics.
Let's do it.
Vantage. It's nighttime, eh?
It is nighttime.
Okay.
Be right back.
Let's see.
All right, that's 22 for 9 slashing damage.
And that's the guy right in front of you, yeah?
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
All right, so with that, we move on to the
Well, hang on a second.
Oh, I'm sorry.
As a bonus action, right. I really feel like Tiamat would want me to kill this guy.
Let's do it.
So, pack tactics again. Let me get my War Priest down to 2.
14, unfortunately, will not hit.
That's a lot less.
Fortunately, will not hit.
Bullshit. Tiamat. Damn it, Tiamat.
Damn it, Tiamat. A lightning bolt comes out of the sky. All right. So with that, we move on to the Durgar Dwarves. The one at the top is prone. He's going to use half his movement points to stand up. And he's going to attack Nahtel. With his... Actually, no. No, he will... I don't know how he does it. He sucks his thumb and blows into it to inflate himself, and he grows to double size.
Oh.
Yikes.
Alrighty.
Don't like it.
That is his action. That is an action, yes. So that's all he can do. He'll use his bonus action to do jack shit. He can't do anything else. Let's see here. The last guy here, he's going to attack Krizik back.
Okay.
With the war pick. He has on the character sheet it says war pick and then war pick enlarged. We're gonna use the war pick. I know.
Oh dear.
That sounds like a erotic novel. 2. No, that's a 6. That's a miss. We move on to Sneezewort.
Trading.
Okay, Sneezewort's gonna step out of the doorway of the mausoleum here and take aim at this Duergar over here. And he's like, all right, let's see how this works. And he like picks up this pistol and holds it in both hands and like braces himself against the wall.
All right, let's go.
No,
the shot goes wide, unfortunately.
Okay.
But it does have a large explosion, which sort of shatters the air.
So what is reloading? Is that
it has the reload keyword, meaning you can only shoot it once a round, regardless of how many attacks you have.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Is it's okay? So it's just like a bonus action or something to do that?
No, you don't have to do anything.
In case I want to if I want to cast Hunter's Mark or something.
No, you can still cast Hunter's Mark. The only restriction is like a crossbow, you can only shoot it once around.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, you can crossbow.
So we will go ahead and then, as the bonus action, we will cast Hunter's Mark on the Dwergar right over here.
Works.
Yep. Thank you very much.
All right, got it. Very good. And then with that, he, seeing that you shot some sort of strange device at him, he's a little worried about it. He is going to not move up to attack you. Instead, he's going to take the javelin off his back and throw it at you.
Okay.
Let me get the non-enlarged javelin.
yeah, please don't. Not the wash harpoon, thanks.
Oh, God.
Spoilers, kids. Spoilers.
Oh, my gosh. It goes wide as well.
It's always too soon.
It's always too soon. It's very true.
Nope.
All right, so...
Nope, that misses.
Let's see, what else do I have? I thought I had a really... No, I don't. All right, so with that, we go to the one next to Marv. Marv, the one in front of you is attacking.
Okay.
Here he goes with his non-enlarged war pick. 14?
Does not hit.
All right, we're just bouncing off each other's armors. Ennui, we're back to you.
All right. I am going to kind of just get line of sight on the big guy here, and I am going to shoot him.
Okay, that works.
So.
$13 is not enough to hit him, unfortunately.
Drat.
All right. If you're done,
so
we're going
then I'm gonna.
Oh, go ahead.
Bonus action hide.
Okay. Krizik.
Krizik is going to attack recklessly at the. We'll say the enlarged one.
Yeah, he is.
All right.
Clicked it. There it goes.
Oh, nope. Not going to do it.
No!
Not going to do it. We're missing each other, guys.
A 2 and a 4.
Not great.
All right. Well, all right. That's fine. And now all attacks against me also have advantage.
Oh, no. Okay.
So I don't know what you want.
I'll just put a little, like, oh my gosh, I'm crazy. There you go. And
yeah, there you go.
with that, we move on into Tell. Or Big Chunk.
Right. Big Chunk. Yep, we're just gonna be like, oh, big boy, and attack him. Pack tactics.
Let's go. No. God.
No.
What's wrong with us today, guys?
God.
Oh, it's not us. We can only blame the algorithm for this.
That's
okay,
fair.
so this encounter is going to be the whole session.
I know. For some reason, you missed a giant Dwergar dwarf. Marv, we're going to you.
Okay. Hack tactics.
Good luck.
Yeah.
There you go.
For 7 slashing, the one in front of me.
Got it. Let me just add that to this thing.
And I will do as a bonus action. This is my last level 2. I will cast Spiritual Weapon.
Okay. Well, it's a rat, right?
No, it's I changed it to a pancake.
Oh, okay.
Or a waffle, either or.
Well, let me just give you a this skillet.
Perfect.
And just let you imagine what's inside it. 1 second. You now have control of it.
Okay, I'm gonna cast it. Yeah.
Okay.
And punch the big guy with it.
All right. Let's El Kabong him. Here we go.
It's my spell attack modifier, right?
Not your spell attack. I think. Well, I don't know.
I believe it is. If it's spiritual weapon, it should be.
Okay, so 7 plus not a lot.
Yes, you
Do I
attack
have
the spell
proficiency in
attack,
that?
and no, you attack with it. You make a melee spell attack. So yes, your
Okay,
spell
so
attack,
my spell attack modifier.
and then the damage. So your total is what?
12.
Oh yeah, that does not hit, unfortunately. No, as it somehow it just bounces off him without effect.
He just slaps him like.
Yeah, this is like spanking him. You're spanking him with this
Got a little,
frying pan.
got a little spiritual syrup on him.
Oh god.
Oh. That's the word
Oh,
I've heard for it yet.
All right, the Drogar dwarf's gonna try to attack the wolf.
Nope.
Jesus.
Wow.
Nobody can hit Shang.
All right,
Shang can't hit
Krizik,
anybody
I'm gonna
either.
attack you.
Alright. Go ahead, try me, bitch.
There you go, 21 for 4 damage.
Oh, alright.
Oh,
You should have advantage on him.
tried.
I see.
Oh, I didn't take the advantage, but it still hit you. So
You
we're gonna
need it?
we're gonna move on.
He might
We're
get a
gonna
crit.
Move on.
Who knows?
No, it's cool. Go ahead. It's Sneezewort's turn.
Okay, Sneezeworth's like, I didn't prepare for the kickback. So he's gonna take and like level it again at the Dwargar sort of in front of him.
Okay.
Hopefully feeling a little bit better about this shot.
Not much.
No. Oh,
So
God.
unfortunately, you're like tearing off the tops of tombstones with like people's names on them, just destroying their memories. But worth it for science. Anything else?
God, no. We're gonna stay here. We're gonna load the thing up again.
All right. The
Like a new
Dwargar
toy,
dwarf
you have to
facing
use
you
it
is
the
now
first
gonna.
encounter.
He's gonna bite his thumb and inflate.
Oh, all right. It makes it bigger.
And now it is the Dwargar. That dwarf's gonna attack Krizik with advantage because I missed the last one.
Alright.
Here we go. 17 for 9 damage.
I think that hits. Yes, that hits.
All right, you take that, and then Anwi's up.
Okay. I am going to stand up and shoot over the tombstones at the one who just
Got
just
big?
grew right in front of me here.
That works.
So, because that counts as adjacent to Marv, technically, or?
Yes, so you will have sneak attack.
Okay, no, I was just checking because I was like, so I think he just put himself adjacent, so
Yeah,
we're gonna
he
use
did
it.
by getting so big.
Yep. So short
Fully
bow.
enlarged. 11 is not going to hit him, though. Mm-mm.
Ah, damn
Sorry,
it.
guys.
And bonus action hide. Just gonna back down.
Krizik.
Chris,
Are
we're
you no
attacking
longer recklessly raging?
Again.
Oh, you're recklessly attacking again. Okay, got it.
Yes. Finally!
Yes, there you
that's
go.
12 damage, and I'm also using Fury of the Small.
Okay, what does that give you?
Because I'm upset. So that adds another 4 damage for a total of 16.
Oh, then you just like bounce off of his knees and jump up to the top and slam him in the head, taking
Good.
the big motherfucker down.
He's dead.
Nice.
Boom. But you still have advantage on attacks against you for this round. Is that correct?
Yes.
No. Oh,
Because he
I
did it again.
Oh,
Yeah, I
okay,
just
yeah.
attack recklessly again.
All right, Nahtel.
All right, well, all right. I give a little head bump to Krizik as I make my way over to the other. Actually, no, I will do this one.
Okay.
There you go.
Pack tactics.
Let's do it.
I always gotta make sure Big Chunk is facing the right way.
There you go.
Thank you.
There you go. And just tell me the damage. 10?
Ooh, for 10 damage and a strength check, please.
All right, here it goes. Oh, it's not an advantage. Sorry, let me try that again. 16.
He's a bitch. He's fine.
So he's not a bitch is what it is. He's not prone. Got it. All right. Marv, you're up.
All right. Let's see here. I guess just to go with the classics of Pack Tactics.
Let's do it.
Hey, why are you all constantly attacking us?
We're the bad guys. 17. You got him.
All right, for
4
4 damage. Whack. More like whack tactics.
God damn.
All right, and then I'll.
Oh boy! Wow.
Oh, that's not a spell. Sorry, wrong thing.
So when you do a good job, does that make it smack tactics?
I hate all of you
definitely.
so much.
I'm gonna I'm gonna do a little bit of spiritual syrup here with my spiritual weapon. And
Oh no! You're
Oh
not.
no!
my God.
The pancake
Oh my
is
God.
super burnt on
It's
one
okay.
side.
Marv, it happens to everyone, you know.
I think I forgot.
Sometimes
okay.
can't get the
I
syrup.
forgot to add the baking powder. That's the problem. I forgot the baking powder this time, and they're not fluffy enough.
Krizik, you're being attacked
Okay.
with
that's fine.
advantage. What the hell was that? Was that me? That was me.
rolled
I rolled
It's
initiative.
initiative.
That's not what I meant to do. Sorry. Here comes the attack. He is not enlarged.
Okay.
14 for 6. I don't think that gets
That's a miss.
you. All right, sneeze wart.
Big iron. We're doing it again.
Let's do it. He's
It's
big
gotta-
now.
it's gotta happen.
There you go. You got him.
Yes.
And let's see, with Hunter's Mark, does an additional 5, and we'll throw Fury of the Small in there as well. So let's call that a
17.
17 damage.
17 damage to him.
Oh,
Nice.
nice job.
Blast him with big iron there.
How
Did
do
you add your,
use Fury of the Small on a ranged attack?
Did you add your I think you still add your dex to ranged attacks damage. Is that right or is that wrong?
That's right.
You
Yeah.
do.
Yes,
You
do.
did? You
It's
did?
in there. It's 1d10 plus 4. So I rolled a 4.
Oh,
and
I see it now.
then
Yep.
4.
I see the
Yep.
adding. Yep. Math, you did it. Very good.
Mhm.
Boom. All right. Yeah, does Fury of the Small work with ranged attacks or is it only melee?
You know
I mean,
what?
I'm pretty sure it does. I was just curious about like how.
I
that
think
would
you
work.
you can add it. I think it's
So
to
when
any
you
to
damage a
hit.
creature with an attack or spell,
Yeah.
and the creature size
That
is larger
works.
than yours, you can cause a spell or attack to deal extra damage.
That is it. Not a problem. All right. In anger, he charges towards you.
Oh no.
He never leaves adjacency to Marv. He is attacking Sneezewort though.
Okay, sounds good.
He is not at advantage. His Warpick is fully enlarged. 19 for 8.
19 does hit. Okay, so I am at 24.
All right. After that, the Dorgar in front of. Seeing that Krizik brought his big friend down, he's gonna attack Krizik,
That's fair.
and he's using advantage. 21 for 9.
Ow.
Uh-oh. And, oh wait, did I roll the wrong damage?
No.
It says while
Oh,
enlarged. That
it
one's
says-
not enlarged. Let me roll damage again. Sorry about that. Ignore the to hit. Oh, well no, take the 9. Take the 9. Take the 9. Ennui, your turn.
Okay, I am going to sneak attack. So, and we are gonna stab.
Ooh, unfortunately no.
Then we are going to hide.
Because you obviously jumped
Well,
out
bonus
and
action
stabbed him.
disengage, and then I can. So I can't hide, but I
You
can. I can.
try, but he's gonna know where you are, I think.
Right. No. I can. Like I said, my bonus action would be to disengage.
Right.
It wouldn't be to hide.
That works.
So I'm just gonna put myself in these, these tombstone areas over here.
That works.
Let's see. I think maybe just we'll go in this tree area because I remember from last time we could be under the tree
yes,
to a certain
you're
degree.
under the tree. Not a problem. Krizik.
I am going to attack this one in front of me.
All right. Are you no longer reckless?
It's until Krizik's next turn. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's-
You're deciding whether or not you're going to do
Yeah.
reckless.
I'm just gonna go ahead and attack recklessly again because
let's
our
do
rolls
it.
have been shitty.
Do it.
23. Yeah, that
Glad
does
I
it.
did. Yeah, so 23 to hit for 11 damage.
All right. You hear Krizik scream in the air as he smashes this Truagar down to the ground, dead. Holy crap! That's 2. Nahtel.
Okay, seeing that Krizik has brought down another one, I'm just really excited to do
Another
that little
one.
like thing that they do when they're ready to play.
Mhm.
But you can't let
That's awesome.
go here. We're going to turn around, and we're going to do
Rawr.
this one.
Let's go.
All right. Tactics.
Yep.
Yep.
There we
Yes.
go. Okay.
Ooh,
Nice.
All right, as you see the Jorgar coming up behind Krizik as he's smashing down one of his allies, you dart across and pull the dwarf into your mouth like a chew toy and just rack him back and forth, and he is dead. Nicely done.
Krizik turns to Nahtel and is like, "Who's a good girl? Who's a good girl?"
I am. It's me. All right, Marv, it's your turn.
Just starts going.
Okay, well, I guess tactics.
I mean, yeah.
Might as well.
The clapping of thick wolf ass cheeks.
can we not? That was a pure moment.
23 for six damage.
True, but
All right, you hit him right in his enlarged war pick, and he takes a knee in pain, but he's still alive.
All right, I'm gonna look over at my pancake and fling it at him.
All right, bam! Oh, sorry, I accidentally clicked on it. Go ahead. All right, cover him in the syrup. Oh God! Oh
Yes!
Yes! I don't even know how much damage this does.
All right, it doesn't matter. I don't think
like
he has 3 hit points.
It's
He
a
has 3 hit points.
1d8 plus whatever your spell.
Well, it's 2d8 because you crit. So.
Well, yeah, but 1d8 plus whatever your spell attack modifier is.
All right,
Okay.
so you kick him in the nuts, and then your frying pan hits him right in the face, leaving the holy pancake on his face as he falls dead at your feet.
I want to see how much I did. Not much.
Well, enough. He had 3 hit points, so that's good.
Yeah, but I wanted to know.
You're now you know. You did 7 syrup damage. Good job. Okay.
I like to think it looks like a burned stamp of Tiamat on his face.
Oh yeah. It's definitely one of those fun pancakes with the designs on them.
Yeah. Very intricate the way that you have to make this pancake. And
Yeah.
hard to flip. Very hard to flip.
Yeah.
All right. With that, you managed to destroy the last of the Dorgar dwarves and Sneezewort. You see the silhouette of that same sort of grapefruit-like shape floating away. I'll allow you one quick shot at it if you like.
Okay, yeah, we can take a shot with the. How far away is it?
It is outside of the 30-foot range, but it's not out of 90, so you can roll with disadvantage.
All right, we can do the short bow as well. If I pull out the, would I have enough time to just
better do
whip
it
out the
quick.
short bow and an arrow and just okay?
Let's go. Let's see how it goes. Nope.
Nope.
Unfortunately,
Wait, we have an inspiration.
is it
Oh, yeah, we
worth
do.
it for the gazer? It's up to you.
I mean, do we want to use that right now? We can save that, but I fear we'll probably need it later. It's okay.
we're funny. We can recover it.
I mean, if you guys want, like, we can try this again.
I mean, listen, we didn't get an inspiration for whack tactics. So.
I was in the middle of clicking on shit, but perhaps
All right,
I
you know
will.
what? Fine. Let's go ahead. We'll take the inspiration.
Okay,
we'll use
you're
it.
taking
We'll
the
try
whack
this one again.
tactics inspiration.
Okay.
Go
We
ahead.
did get one for whack tactics.
Nice, retroactively.
All right,
Yes.
27 to hit and an 8.
Well, shit. So you see, you can't make out the features of the silhouette, like against the moonlight coming in, but you watch as Sneezewort pulls back his bow, lets loose an arrow, and it hits it, and it pops like a water balloon.
Oh.
Well, looks like Xanathar's spy will not be able to deliver the information, and all the Dorgars are dead. You hear a voice coming from the south saying, "What's all that racket? What's going on here?"
Your friends are dead.
Are you still dressed like a ghost?
Are dead.
Yes, I'm also dead. I
belong here.
How far away are they? Do I have time to like check the bodies?
They're approaching this plot of land.
So we don't really have time to check bodies.
Not really. You have 2 options. You can either wait and see who it is, or you can run the hell out of there.
Oh, Krizik's first instinct would be to run.
Yeah. Sneezeworts too, I think.
All right, so you
I think
get
that's
the hell
fine.
out of there, realizing that the stone is no longer in the mausoleum, but your only clue is a small key that you found in the ruins. You're looking at the key. It looks to be like I said, it's not like it's definitely not like a cemetery key or anything like that. It's definitely for something else. Although you don't seem to know too much about keys, except for Ennui might, because of the lock picking thing. Why don't you go ahead and roll a? Let's go with a history check.
Okay.
So looking at the key, you can't quite determine it. You know that there are lock smiths, of course, in Waterdeep. If only you knew someone who knew something about keys, I'd be able to identify it.
I'll be right back. Who knows something about something?
What's that now?
No, probably not. Let's just move on.
I'm pretty sure we have a neighbor.
I mean, we've got neighbors that do literally everything. One of them's down.
That's what I'm wondering.
You do know someone who knows something about keys.
I know you can't tell, but in the camera, I'm looking at our usual note keepers, and they're not me. So.
I'm looking at the like sort of handouts in Roll20.
Steven hasn't taken off the Make Chris Dance, an actual garbage. Make Chris Dance.
Yes. Thank you, actual garbage.
I hate it. I hate it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do this anymore.
I mean, it looks like the others, like they still have the self-care ones up there too, like the posture check and hydrate and things like that. I mean...
Thank you, actual garbage.
Why is Commune a 5th level spell? That's crazy.
So we could go to the private detective Vincent Trench. He might know something. Hang on.
Yep.
Do we know a locksmith?
That sounds familiar.
I'm trying to think of who's on that street. Is that one of the things that was repaired on our house? Like, it was like everything else was shit. I'm sure the locks were too.
Right.
Oh, you don't have locks yet.
Fair enough.
We live in such a good neighborhood. Why would we need locks?
Just leave the screen door open. Well, so as you're leaving the city of the dead, as you have escaped, of course it's quite late. You can either head home, stop by the yawning portal.
Wait, hang on a second. The armorers didn't they say they could do something like that? Weren't they the ones who could deal with keys and locks?
Are they metalsmiths? I thought they were just...
I'm just trying to think, like, of the people that we met, like, one, of course, did, like, furniture, one did potions, one was a private detective, but they did metalworking, and it seems like if anybody was going to forge locks or keys, it would be the smiths.
You can check it out if you like.
That's fair.
Or they at least might be able to point us in the right direction.
Yeah, on the handout it says the Ganassi?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The Ganassi couple sells all the metal weapons, armor, and shields.
Also, they're freaking adorable, so I mean, I wouldn't mind going back.
Yeah.
You do know at this point in the night they probably won't be open, but you can check them out in the morning.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, is there anywhere you guys would like to stop, or do you want to head straight home?
Why did we want to go to the yawning portal again?
The doppelgangers.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we can check that out before.
But this is also something you can do a different time.
Yeah, guys, this isn't super important. It doesn't have to be done right now, and you guys look like you've had a very long day. And he's carved out of his ghost costume.
So if you guys decide,
and hasn't told us.
Mechanically, guys.
Also, is the yawning portal like a 24-hour establishment? Or does it
no, but they're open till 2 a.m. Last call is at 2. So, but what I was going to say was, mechanically, here's how it's going to work. If you decide to go to the yawning portal and then go home before checking out wherever you're going to go, you'll get a short rest. If you go straight home now, you'll get a long rest.
No, I think we need a long rest.
I was going to say, yeah, Krizik like wipes some of the blood off of his still bleeding wounds and is like, no, I'm good. It's fine.
Are you still wearing the stilts this entire time? Like,
I don't know, but I like that idea. It must
I mean,
make running
that's
away
why the
really
tackles
hard.
were all off, is that you're not used to being
yeah.
from that height. So.
One of them is probably like broken now.
All right, guys. With that, the heroes may get back to Troll Skull Manor, where they're going to take a long rest, so recover all your business. We're going to take a quick little 3-minute break, and we'll be back very soon with more Dungeons and Dragons. See you soon. And we're back, everyone. Good to see ya. So our characters have just finished raiding the mausoleum, looking for the Stone of Galorr. Unfortunately, it was not there. It was stolen by somebody. The only clue they found was a silver key. When they left, they were attacked by Dorgar dwarves who work for the Xanathar Guild. And after slaying them and popping their gazer, they ran away and are now back home recuperating. So now it is the next morning. Everyone's at full health and everything. And what would you like to do?
Who's knocking?
It's surprisingly quiet.
Krizik sneaks down the stairs like, if I don't make any noise, no one will knock at the door.
I'm just gonna open it preemptively.
You set out the cue ropes.
Yeah.
No,
Do we have
looking
a ticket
outside,
machine
it looks
yet?
like a nice, peaceful, sunny day. For Marv, that's terrible, but for everyone else, it's great. It doesn't appear to be anyone outside. It seems rather quiet.
Okay, yeah, maybe we should check with the neighbors. Maybe we should knock on somebody's door for a change. What if we become the ones who knock?
All right, so where would you guys like to go?
Well, do we want to start with
Oh, we still have our old figures here. Hold on, it's been a while since we've been here. Get rid of all this.
Wait, hold on.
There. That's good. That explode. The crater's still there, but everything else is. So where would you guys like to
where
go?
are we starting? Are we starting like in the back of the manor? It does not matter.
Doesn't matter.
What?
You don't have to walk
think we're
anywhere. You
just
just have to tell me where you're going.
Okay. Once everyone is gathered downstairs and getting ready to leave, he's like,
So we're definitely going to Steel and Steam first, right? Right? Like,
Yeah,
I feel like that's the most logical thing to do. Obviously.
Sneezewort, make a perception check.
Okay. I don't know what I'm perceiving with Krizik right now, but I'm a little nat 20.
you can see the tips of Krizik's ears have turned pink.
Yes. Okay, that's better than what I thought I was going to see from Krizik. He's like, Krizik, are you
+3 damage when enlarged. So,
hiding snacks in your pocket?
So, as Krizik is talking about the going to see the smiths, looking around, you notice some strange holes. Looks like they were burrowed into the walls of the tavern. Oh yeah, let me say this again. So there are small holes drilled in, and at first it looks like rats chewing their way in. However, as you look closer,
in control, though.
As you look closer, you see it was cut by some sort of tool all along the floor area of the tavern.
Is it on the inside or the outside?
It's to the exterior walls.
Okay. Do I see this?
Yes. Well, if Sneezewort says,
I would certainly
hey guys,
tell you
look.
about it, sure. I mean, that
Okay.
would be weird to me.
I'm gonna put my eye up to it and go, oh my goodness, there's naked ladies in there.
They're very low to the
Through this hole
ground.
in the wall, I can see it all.
Looking through it, you do see some feet walking by of just the people in the alleyways, like in the neighborhood.
Yeah, I'd like to walk up and check for gunpowder.
Okay. Looking around, you don't see any gunpowder. However, you do see what looks to be small bits of garbage or possibly old food.
Oh, dibs.
Too,
sure. How does he taste it?
I just sort of look at Sneezewort and go, just real quick, where did you test that thing? That gun you had?
The basement?
Yeah, see, you're shooting rats in the basement. I don't think.
I'm just checking.
There are many potholes in the walls of the basement level, but this looks different.
Okay, just checking because I'm not going to make that assumption.
Can I do a nature check to see if I recognize if it's like a burrowing insect or?
While she's doing that, Krizik leaves the house and goes to like the outside wall where the holes are.
Okay.
To see if there's anything like out there.
Okay, that works.
To investigate.
So, Nahtel, go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Or
no, you said sorry,
They're
nature
probably
check.
just plot holes.
Yeah.
Nature. Sorry, nature. Jesus.
Nature, and I'm going to guide myself.
Okay.
I'm rolling investigation. Zach, it'll have a tough time getting through my plot.
So, Nahtel, as you're investigating this, it does not look like you've seen creatures that burrow, both insects and mammals alike, but looking at the grooves in the wood, it looks like this was purposefully cut. What's interesting is, besides little bits of food, you do see some droppings, and those appear to be rat droppings. Now, investigation, Krizik, you notice on your side of the wall, Nahtel looking from the other side of the wall.
Hey, Nahtel, I don't see anything on this side.
I am very confused.
Okay, so they were cut with some sort of tool. Okay, but let's be honest. We have a kobold and 2 goblins. Could the rat droppings just be rat droppings? I'm kind of just looking at Nahtel and being like, maybe those are just not related. Because
Your guess is as good as mine is at this point.
I mean, out of character, I think the rats are rats might be using the holes to get in, depending on how big they are. But I don't think the rats are the ones making the holes.
Right. Well, we already know we've been spied on with, the little eyeball jellyfish thing.
Yeah.
So, so it wouldn't surprise me if they were the little gazer. It's been following us around. So it wouldn't surprise me if there were other methods at play here.
Like were rats or something? Like, could they possibly be using tools? And I mean, rats poop all over the place.
I feel like that droppings would be noticeably larger. I mean, you're not talking to the nature person. I'm just thinking.
When rare rats transform into their rat form, they are still giant rats. So yeah, it would be bigger poop. This looks like more run-of-the-mill rat poop. Welcome to High Fantasy, everybody.
Yeah, and we're talking about holes that are like we're not talking
like pellet things. No, it's not.
Yeah, like
hold on, show me the size again.
I'm saying we're talking what I could mistake for gunfire.
Right, not this.
No.
That's what I was checking. I was like, I don't think were rats have the coordination to be like, let me do small, precise
they can't
holes.
Pinch it that tight if that's your investigation.
Yeah.
All right. So so it looks like just commonplace rats. But I mean, who knows?
I don't know who would take their time out to cut holes in the walls of our house. I don't know.
I mean, we've been chased around by 2 different gangs, so that's an option.
But that's such a dumb thing to do.
I mean,
we didn't say they were smart gangs.
They've been sending gazers after us. Why do they need to drill holes in our house? We just got this fixed.
I don't understand.
Plus, I mean, we open the door for literally everyone that comes by, so they could just knock and we'd probably let them in.
Exactly.
So what
Also,
do you guys
where
like to
are they
do?
getting all this trash from? Sneezewort, Krizik.
Why? We're not leaving it around. I mean, we dispose of it.
I leave perfectly good trash just lying around.
Yeah,
Saying the trash doesn't come from nowhere.
I would say it was define, dispose of it.
I mean, depending on what it is, you just eat it.
Right. Or maybe you throw it away. Maybe it's inedible, like glass bottles or glass bottles.
Glass bottles are not.
Metal. We can't digest metal.
Wait, hold on. We can't.
For the most part.
Are we not supposed to eat the bottles?
I mean, we're not. I don't know. Maybe it's different.
Your digestive system is basically goats, is what you're saying.
Yeah. It's metal and glass bottles are pretty much, the only thing you've not seen us eat so far has been metal and glass bottles, and maybe some kinds of wood, depending on what it's been soaked in.
Depends on the wood.
Yeah.
So you have noticed that Liff, your ghostly bartender, has been slightly cranky.
Shit, I forgot he's here. Oh, we can ask him.
He's been slightly cranky. He seemed to be starting to be a little more accommodating when he was setting out glasses. He would do it nicely, but recently he's been slamming stuff down, slamming the door. Seems he's unhappy about something.
Liv, what's wrong?
Does it have anything to do with these lovely holes in the wall? Because if you know, we don't.
You don't seem to get a response out of him. It's hard to communicate with him.
Well, is it because we're coming home at all hours? Are we interrupting your bedtime?
Okay, but if he's moving glasses around, I can totally put out parchment and a quill because I'm a calligrapher. I have that stuff.
Okay, that works. So you
and
throw
be
that
like,
down.
hey, we're just trying to help. It's just, let us know what's going on because we're just as confused.
Do we need to establish a chore chart?
So he starts writing some strange runes on the parchment. It's very angular and choppy. It doesn't seem to make sense to you at first.
Okay.
None of us can recognize the language.
I mean, you could roll a check. I would guess either history or investigation.
I have a 4 to investigation.
I can
pretty sure I
read
have 0
common, undercommon, draconic, and goblin.
It's none of the above.
I have a shit ton of languages because
the
of my sage
characters
background.
look common, they just look wrong.
Well, okay, and
he's probably just, he maybe has a thing maybe, with his brain.
we've got a dyslexic ghost.
Maybe.
I mean, fair enough. But, so question, since I transcribe things when I'm not adventuring, and I've done that for a while now, would that possibly give me an edge at identifying the language? I may not be able to understand it, but I might be like, oh yeah, I've copied over shit like this before.
We'll make the roll and I'll tell you what you come across.
Okay.
Okay. Looking at it and recognizing the pen strokes, you just realize he's writing backwards.
Oh, we just gotta hold it up to a mirror or something.
Yeah, isn't there a mirror, a big long mirror behind the bar?
Or I can just rewrite it. And
Yeah, you
just
could
flip
trace it. So while Ennui is tracing the characters into so it reads correctly, what are the rest of your guys doing? Or where do you want to go from here? Is this something you want to pursue, or do you have more pressing matters?
I think Krizik has misunderstood the situation and is tidying up.
Okay. I'm sorry if we've been leaving a mess and that we're coming home so late. Okay, we'll be better roommates, I promise.
So Krizik, you have noticed at your time here, the more you tidy up after yourself, the happier Liff seems to be. He communicates a little more clearly. His messages are not written in reverse. He's not as violent. However, when he's not happy, it seems it's difficult for him to communicate, and he gets exceptionally frustrated. Which seems to be how he is right now.
Well, we've got 2 goblins and a kobold. I'm sure keeping this place straight is gonna be
Ennui in large capital letters.
Nothing is straight when Krizik is around.
In large capital letters as you write it correct.
Yes.
Oh boy. So you write you wrote them down the correct way, and it just says the word vermin on it.
Vermin. Okay.
But I didn't recognize what was making the holes. It wasn't an animal.
He's upset about the rats. He probably
so they're on the ground, and for all intents and purposes, they look like rat holes. But when you were investigating them more closely, they appear to have been put there on purpose by a tool of some sort.
So, with my perception check, did I notice that there was was there any sawdust on the outside of the hole or the inside, determining where it had been drilled from?
It looks like it was cut from the outside.
Okay.
Ugh, bitches.
Could it be? All right. So here's my thoughts on this then. We've been having some problems with this guy Froon, right? Maybe he's trying to spy on us, figure out what's going on here, trying to undercut us.
Which one is Froon again?
Oh,
We're that real crappy little tavern down there behind us.
Oh, with the shitty beer. I remember.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we told, like, we're not turning this place into a bar. We just live here. I don't know. I think we should plug the holes and keep investigating for this stone thing.
Oh yeah, we should definitely plug the holes, if for no other reason to keep the rats out.
All right, so you take the next few minutes
What?
finding some sort of large corks to plug the holes
Because they
up
have
with.
set lift.
But that's like saying don't bring food to the house.
We'll just we bring other food to the house. Food that we're gonna listen. We're just gonna have to go on a grocery trip.
Oh, you mean hunting rats again?
No.
I mean, I think if we hunt rats elsewhere and then bring them back, that's fine. It's the rats in the house, like the living rats, that Liv doesn't like. Anyway, we'll figure it out. We'll get a list.
Okay, yeah,
I mean-
that works.
You'll probably find bigger rats outside of the house anyways.
That's also
I
true.
hope. I hope.
So with that, you manage to plug the holes, leave the manor without being interrupted by anybody knocking at your door. First time ever in Waterdeep. Where would you like to go?
No, we just found
What a nice
holes in them.
change.
Whose door would you like to knock on?
Krizik is already heading towards Steel and Steam.
All right, so you
Guys,
all
I think I know what we're
follow.
Yeah.
You head towards it. You hear the pounding of the steel. You feel the heat of the forge. And
By the time we get there, Krizik is like incoherent.
so, as you're watching, you see Embrick with his smock and his muscles bulging, smacking a longsword on the forge. Avi is taking his time to organize certain items, but every now and then you notice that as Embrick is pulling on the bellows to heat up the forge to cause the steel to heat up, Avi goes behind and just sort of sprays water on it to cool it down. And Embrick's like, "What the hell? Why isn't this molding?" He catches your eye, Avi does, and he kind of like looks around. He's like, and he kind of blushes. Then he taps his partner. He says, "Oh, Embrick, we have visitors. You're never going to be able to bend that thing anyway." With that, he takes the sword he was working on, dumps it in the bucket, which causes a large plume of steam, and then he turns around and says, "Oh, neighbors, what can we get you this fine morning?"
Actually,
Good morning.
Hello.
I'm surprised you can talk, Krizik.
Krizik is like gesturing to Ennui but not saying anything.
Yeah, and like actually, we found this key on a job, and we're trying to figure out if you I don't know if you guys work with locks and forging metal keys, but and I'm kind of showing it to him, like, but it's something that it might be related to our job, but we're not sure exactly how it plays in.
The two Genasi pass it back and forth and study it, and like, well, we don't really work with locks. That's more of a mechanical thing. Sometimes, if anyone needs a large mechanical piece, we'll make the gears and such. But this is sort of out of our realm of expertise. I can tell you this was a custom job, though. It looks like it was purchased for some sort of property here in Waterdeep. But good luck narrowing that down. I'd recommend somebody who knows a lot about mechanical things, or possibly find someone in the locksmith guild.
Dumb.
Sorry. The what is it? The
That's definitely
Temple
out of character because Krizik cannot.
Yeah, no.
At the moment.
Krizik.
Don't be so
Krizik,
hard on
like-
yourself, little dwarf. I mean, little goblin. Sorry. I was
Yeah,
thinking
thanks. Actually, I
Cameron.
think we know some people who might be able to help with that. I just figured we'd check here first, and also, we hadn't seen you in a while, and I'm like doing this for the sake of Krizik's benefit. We figured, especially, how things have been in the past couple weeks, we'd just check in, make sure you guys were doing okay.
Oh, yes, thank you so much. Luckily, after that whole fiasco with the explosion, our shop was far enough away. We were not in any danger. We have been working with Corlin's Crown to be able to rebuild the front of the shop. So, neighborhood that stays together. We're doing just fine.
Yeah, good to hear. Good to hear that. So thank you so much for your help. And I kind of look at the others like, Do you guys need anything else?
I actually would like to travel to the Bent Nail. I want to see if I can possibly get a better bow than the one I'm been walking around with.
Okay.
'Cause I know at one point he had mentioned that he might be able to improve the bow that I have.
Okay. So anybody else at the Steam and Steel before we head to the Bent Nail?
I feel like we're saying our goodbyes and we're just kind of like gradually pulling Krizik with us. Like just kind of like, you know, so.
So you move over and you see Tally, the half-elf, behind the counter, and he comes up and says, 2 napkins juicy. It's good to see you again. I suspect you're here for more work on your manor?
Actually, I had a question. So I've got this old bow. You've seen it before. But I'm thinking maybe it's not the equal of the ones that you make. So I was wondering if maybe you might be able to. Do you have like a better bow, something of slightly better quality and make? And if so, what kind of cost are we looking at here?
Okay, so you currently have just a standard short bow. Is that correct?
That is correct. Yep.
Let me take a look. Where the fuck in the book? Yeah, here it is. He says, yeah, I have some bows here that are some quite high-end elven craftsmanship. I also have bows that are enchanted and will do magical damage. And they are a little more expensive, so I also sell the arrows separately.
Okay, well, what kind of cost are we looking at with like bows? A little bit, maybe slightly better than mine, you know.
Well, let me take a look at my dice. Hold on, I gotta roll. Can I roll in secret? I can't. Whatever. Okay, so if you would like this bow, he goes around talking about the balance and the craftsmanship of the elven short bow. It costs 200 gold pieces. And it acts as a bow +1, but it doesn't count as magical damage.
Does not count as magical damage?
Correct. If you wanted to have the one that's fully enchanted, causing all the arrows to also be +1, like it would be the +1 including magical damage. That one would be 400.
Okay.
Now he will sell you arrows, magical arrows at. Well, 20 gold piece an arrow. And those are one-shot wonders.
Yeah, gotcha.
And unlike Saltmarsh, these prices are not set in stone.
Okay.
Well, I'm kind of liking the elven short bow. That's kind of nice, actually.
Oh, absolutely. So that would be 200 gold pieces, if you'd like it. If you don't have the money now, I can put it on layaway for you, and you can pick it up later.
No, I've actually got the money. Hang on a second. And he starts like digging in a little pouch. And I'll give him 200 gold pieces for that then.
That works. So it is it's for all intents and purposes, it's a short bow +1. It just does not count as magical damage.
Okay.
Cool.
I will write that down.
Anybody else? Anything?
Nope. I think actually out of character, I think I'd rather wait for the magical. Try to, because I know we still got those.
The silver trade bars.
Yeah, like for me, I think that would be, since I'm shooting from a distance, if I could do that with the magical.
So he does mention, he's like, oh, make sure if you want any more work done on your manor, you let me know soon, because the standard inspections will be coming pretty soon.
That's fine, I know.
But we already did the inspection.
Well, you've made your tavern, when I came in, it was tip-top shape to be able to barely pass inspection. It's like riding on your tires when they have like a 30-second of wear left. It's fine.
We still have to talk to Valtreya because she's not here today, so...
Oh, very, very fine.
Once we figure out what we're going to do, we'll obviously come to you.
Good to know.
Yeah, and just remember, guys, that he actually had told us we could do things in steps.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah,
I have
so
all
that's...
the prices written down somewhere.
Like I said, I'm looking at my 2 note keepers, but which are not me.
Yeah,
But
I think that happened on the day that I wasn't here, so I can't remember if I went back and listened to that episode.
it sounded reasonable.
If you're not entirely
Yeah.
sure of how much you want to put down, if you give him a little bit to put down, I'll put it towards the total and just tell you what improvements he's made. If this is not something you care about, we'll just move on.
I mean, out of character, I do think that we should talk to Ryan because her character also lives here.
That's fair.
Yeah, I mean, between Ryan and Kenzie, and it's not like we can't do what we did last time. That when it got paid, that it's like, oh yeah, whoever's not here also left their share. You know,
So we'll figure it out. Not a problem. So with that, he bids you adieu, and you are off into the neighborhood. What would you like to do?
I think we should. Well, okay. We could go talk to Vincent Trench just to see what he knows, but we should definitely go to the Temple of Inspired Hands?
Yes.
Yes, because that's the place that I was forgetting.
Because we caused such a ruckus there last time.
We did.
I just start trying to unlock every house in Waterdeep.
Marv, that's gonna take a while. We could just go talk to. We can go talk to the people who gave you your parachute.
Oh, okay. That's good because I need to fold it back up.
It's also got like slashes in it now from like
A couple holes.
Yeah, there's definitely 2 eye holes, but then all of the stab damage that I took while being fought.
So with that, you guys make your way towards the House of Inspired Hands, and then entering through, you walk by the strange inventions in the hallway, and eventually you make your way back to where, oh goodness, what was her name again?
It started at an N. What was it?
No. Was it? No, it was last session.
I didn't write it down.
Valletta. It is Valletta. You're right. Valletta. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Valletta, the bronze dragonborn, she approaches and says, "Oh, you're back. What can I do to help you?"
We'd actually like to ask you if you know anything about this key. We've been doing an investigation, and it might be related, but it looks like it was custom made, and don't know if you would be able to give us any information on it.
Oh, let
It
me
might
see
be
that.
a bit above the head of a metallic, but you know.
And I take the parachute that's clearly around Marv, and I wrap it around his face.
Okay, and his last comment.
Just without even losing my focus on what I'm doing, I'm just so used to either pulling his hat down or doing I just muffle him partway through because I know it's not going to be good.
Krizik tries to help, but he's also trying to contain his own laughter.
All right, so Valletta doesn't really notice what Marv said at the point because she's too enthralled with his key, and she starts moving down lenses in front on her eyepiece to sort of look at it closer. She's like, give me a few minutes and I'll see if I can identify this. In the meantime, you two, and she snaps her fingers and asks a couple of acolytes over. He's like, help that small creature with that problem he has, and they move on to help Marv get the parachute back into the backpack. Looking to
And I'm just saying in
Ennui,
a very unconvincing tone as this is going on, "Oh, Marv, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize that I caught the parachute."
so
it could happen to anyone. It's fine.
as this is all happening, Valletta excuses herself, but right before that, she moves to Ennui and says, as surprising as this may be, Nim was actually asking about you. You can find him upstairs in his quarters.
Okay, thank you. So I
Marv,
guess,
we're going to have a very long conversation when we get home about prejudice and judging people by their race. It's not very nice.
Oh, okay.
I understand.
I like to learn.
Good.
What did I say that was wrong?
You sort of phrased an insult as a compliment. I don't think you meant badly, but it just kind of, it doesn't always work well.
Well, no, it sounded like he was being a little shit, and that's fine.
I know. Listen, metallics are very dumb. They're evil. They're terrible things.
This is what we're going to talk about when we get.
Then They're not kind people.
Let me put it to you this way, Marv. So to some other races, they think that goblins and kobolds and that chromatic dragons are not nice people.
Oh, that's silly.
I mean, that's kind of true.
So you shouldn't. So you're not helping.
That's the perspective.
It's about people. It's about generalizing. Looking at the individuals instead of generalizing. And I kind of just look at Nahtel and be like, while we're waiting, I probably should go check on Nim since he wanted to see me. You got this.
So while this conversation is going on, the two acolytes who are both human are packing, trying to figure out how to fold this parachute back into Marv's backpack. And as soon as Marv makes the comment about the metallics, one of them says under his breath, he's, "Oh shit!" And then another one, when Sneezewort makes the remark, he tries to stifle a chortle. They're trying not to eavesdrop, but they're standing right there.
As Ennui walks away, she kind of looks at them like, "Thanks for not saying stuff, guys." Like, she kind of just gives that look of like, "I see what you're doing. I understand. This is our everyday. Thanks for putting up with it."
So Ennui is heading upstairs, and who's staying where? Marv kind of has to stay with the acolytes right now, unless he removes the backpack.
I would say I'm envisioning the fact that they're trying to put it up, but he's still like entwined in it in some ways.
It's like Christmas tree lights, yeah.
I'm pretty happy with it. It's fine.
So just Ennui then, or anyone else?
No, I kind of got the feeling that, I don't know, Nim just wanted to talk to Ennui, so I don't think he turned himself into that conversation.
Well, just Angela, so you know, from the times when I wasn't here, my story reason for that is that while you guys were off murdering his friend, I was helping him. Like,
I didn't murder him.
Just kidding. I'm kidding. Sort of. But I was helping him.
I mean, no tea, no shade. We did kind of murder him, though.
Yeah. Oh my God. But I was helping him research because I figure since he can't write, he probably can't read. So I was helping him try to find ways to help his friend if we could bring him back. Now he did keep the body, and he kind of seemed like he might be able to do something with it. So this might be what it's about. But he kind of let me know that, and not like,
not Valletta. Yeah.
Yeah. So Valletta the entire time was talking about like, she. Speaking of generalizations, does not.
Not because she's metallic dragon.
Oh, it's not because of that.
Being a real bronze, isn't she?
It's because
she just doesn't see Nim as a sentient, thinking, feeling being.
Yeah, I think it's, if we're gonna generalize, it's being and organic, and not understanding that I guess the nimble rights could possibly have some sort of sentience. So anyways, I go upstairs.
All right. So with
and
that,
knock on the door. We've got a knock. So
Nim, normally he's quite hesitant. He opens the door and he sees you. He starts moving more quickly in his strange sort of stop motion-ish kind of way, which you take to be excitement at seeing you, and he gestures for you to come upstairs.
Okay, I do.
He starts moving his hands in very quick movements. You recognize it as his sign language, but he seems to be speaking so quickly it's hard to make sense of it. I need you to make a quick either investigation or perception check.
Okay, investigation's better, because I know some of the signs, but not all of the signs.
Oh no.
He's speaking too fast for you to really understand, but he seems to be gesturing you towards some sort of shape beneath a large blanket or shroud.
Okay, Nim. Okay, I'm coming. I don't quite know what you're saying. You're going too fast, but I get you want me to come over here. So, and I'm following. I'm going right with it.
So with a grand gesture, he grabs the bottom of the blanket and tears it away, and in front of you, you see what looks to be an identical replica of himself. It's again the construct that you destroyed in the alleyway. It's another Nimblewright. It's standing perfectly still.
Is this the one we brought back? Is this your friend that went missing?
He starts to nod.
I presume he looks kind of like pristine, like he's been repaired.
he's like he's C-3PO after he's put back together. Yeah, He is very shiny.
Yeah, so I'm getting excited too, and I'm like, oh, he looks so much better. Has he woken up?
With that, he stops his movements and he kind of bows his head a bit, and he shakes his head slowly.
Okay. Well, it's only been a couple of days, so, I'll let you know if I find anything in the books that I've been picking up, and we'll keep at it. So
go ahead and roll another investigation check.
Okay.
Now that he's slowed down a bit. There you go. Much better. He starts to he's mentioning with his hands, and you're trying to piece together a sentence, and basically you come across what he says is there's no spark.
There's no spark. Okay.
And that seems to make him a little morose, but then he continues to speak with his hands, and he says gift for you.
For me?
Yes, and basically he's saying you're my friend now, so I want you to have a present. And he gives you, he gestures towards his creation. It's basically a statue at this point.
Well, I appreciate it, Nim. Didn't you want to keep working on him?
He shakes his head, and he gestures towards his workbench where he has a bunch of other, looks like, new inventions on his workstation. It looks like he built this sort of as a memento.
Okay, yeah. So what I'm interpreting out of character is just that we don't think we're going to be able to bring him back, so he's just made him functional again, in the sense of
he just sort of
like
rebuilt
a normal
him.
Nimblewright.
Correct. Yeah. Well, not even that. He's not even functioning as normal Nimblewright. He's completely inanimate.
Okay, so he's statue.
He's a statue.
Okay.
But he did it out of a respectful gesture of at least you tried and you're my buddy.
Oh yeah.
You're my,
no, and this
you're
and
my
clearly
big old pal.
Yeah, no, well, no, it's very, it's and I'm telling him like it's very sweet because I know how much he meant to you, and I'm like praying in my head that when I say we'll take good care of him, that my other roommates don't do anything horrible. So, because
what we possibly do.
It's just this
absolutely nothing.
We'll
absolutely nothing,
somewhere.
Mark.
You know how rich people have suits of armor decorating their houses? We can have dead Nimblewrights.
Yeah, it's cool. Hang like hats on them and something.
Oh my God, you guys go downstairs. You haven't even seen. I haven't even told you about this yet.
This is all in your head.
It's all in my head. I'm already thinking about how this
will
go.
Say.
So. Okay, but anyways, obviously this is very, very sweet. I understand it's very, very sweet, and so I am thank you so much, Nim. We'll take good care of it, and I kind of stop for a second. I'm like, do you want a hug? This seems like a gift that would require are you comfortable with that?
He doesn't seem to know what you're asking him to do. When you outstretch your hands, he kind of mimics you and does the same thing. But he's just standing there like this.
Okay, so this is a thing that some creatures do when they're happy or they want to express something that words don't always do, like gratitude or affection or things like that. I just wanted to say thank you, but also with this, and I kind of just go forward and give him a hug, and I'm just also just going if you're uncomfortable, you can push me away. I'm making sure that he's chill, but I want to treat him like a person.
Dungeons and Dragons, where you can teach a robot to love, and also about consent.
The two most important things.
It can feel really. Okay. First off, it's ennui. She would sit there and teach him consent first. Let's be honest.
Yep.
So he does this awkward zzz, zzz, like that kind of hugging motion where it's like the buddy tap. But he does seem to appreciate it. He just doesn't seem used to it.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Like I said, it's just one of those things that I could see a 16-year-old being but she would pause and just make sure that he's okay, especially since he can't say no to her in the same way that other people would.
Right.
So
Valletta, you do hear her voice come from downstairs on Wii, as the rest of your characters see her enter the chamber, and she says, I found it.
Okay. And I'm also like taking itself to the side and going, just so you know, this is a gift. It is essentially decoration for our house. However, I cannot carry it by myself.
All right. Nim goes right over to it and goes and just sort of lifts it up like it's nothing.
Yes, Nim, you can,
And
but we
walks
still
down
don't know
with
how
it.
to get you where you can leave the grounds.
Right.
So.
Well, he's going to get it downstairs. Then you got to hire the moving company to.
But Nahtel's really strong. She's a purple.
Nahtel is
That's
her
true.
own moving company.
I am the fruit squad. Yeah, so with that, you make it downstairs, or you come downstairs. Nim brings it downstairs as well. This nice, shining new Nimblewright that doesn't work for you guys. Valletta comes towards you and says, "So I've went through the records, and I found that this key was commissioned for an old what the hell was it? An old nope. Oh, an old windmill out on the outskirts of town that was refitted to be some sort of tenement home, some temporary housing for some individuals. So it looks like this was created for a private chamber within. So I would take it there."
Okay.
And she marks it on your map.
Well, thank you.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
With
So-
that, she wishes you the best. Nim, unfortunately, cannot leave the grounds. That's just how he was built. But he does look at you expectantly to take the large construct. So, Nahtel, roll a
I
quick
go on it.
strength check.
Oh, roll. Okay. I do count as a size larger when
Okay.
it comes to my carrying strength. So
Okay.
does that change my strength roll at all?
Let's give you advantage, which is me
Okay.
saying I don't know.
See, I don't trust these fucking dice. I don't like that.
I was like,
I'd go with advantage too. That's a good play.
I rolled a 1 and a 2 earlier.
I thought you rolled a 1 and a 2 now.
Fair.
I was going to say you drop it on one foot and then the other foot.
That's
Roll with advantage.
You got 2 9s?
2 9s.
I got 2
Wow.
9s.
What's your strength score?
I think it's an 11 total.
yeah, but then if you count as a
There's
creature,
no
it's
reason I
larger.
shouldn't be able to carry this thing.
It is
But,
actually quite heavy. So you kind of
Yeah,
like
it's a +2.
+2, so
But
11.
she carried it all the
How
way.
heavy is it?
It definitely
Chris
weighs more
carried
than a
it all the
person.
way back last session.
It's kind of like
Can
lifting
all
a.
right. Can a horse carry it? Can a horse
Yes.
carry it?
Yes.
I will wild shape into a horse.
Yes.
Carry the goddamn nimble right home.
All right. So in the middle of the chamber, you see Nahtel turn into a magnificent beast and a big horse, and they mount Nimblewright's creation on their Weekend at Bernie's style. So he's like this.
Good.
All right, hold on. Before I wild shape, I tell them, guys, put it in Valtreya's bed.
Yes, so it's gonna be like this, just lying down. Okay, so you guys follow the horse outside of the temple with the dude on top of it, sort of
Wait,
shifting it
okay,
back and
but
forth.
just for my own imagination, this is a pink horse, right?
Yes.
I think absolutely
Yes.
it is.
Good.
Yeah.
Bright
Yes.
pink.
Good.
So this is happening. You hear Valletta saying, "Nim, stop it! That's strange." As he's like trying to hug her, and,
Aw.
and you make it outside. You come back to your townhouse or
That's
your
why I
your
got
town.
him consent first.
He didn't get the
He
consent. part
didn't
of
get that part.
conversation at all.
Sorry, it's Dungeons and Dragons. He'll learn when he levels up. So so you made it
Don't
to
we all?
you make it back to Troll Skull Manor. You place Nim's creation in Valtreya's bed, and now we're gonna move on.
Good.
So you have a new
Good.
you have a new lead, and that is to head to the converted windmill. I'm not gonna bother putting it on your map, but it is just on the outskirts. It's still inside the walls of the city. I can give you a map. Let's take a look. It would be not too far away from where are we? Kind of like in let me get a paintbrush. This-ish area. Shift ping. Shift ping. Shift ping. Here-ish.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
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 So it was a windmill. As you approach it, you see people entering and exiting it. It looks like it was converted in some way to temporary housing. Let me see if I can find the description. It's a crumbling 2-story stone tower, and it was a windmill long before the city rose up around it. So it's very ancient. The walls appear to be decorated with graffiti, and the stone floor is strewn with garbage. The windows are empty lead frames without glass. There's no light sources except for the sunlight coming from inside. As you're moving through, you see many squatters that are sort of getting by. Unfortunately, kind of living in their own filth, making dens for themselves out of old furnishings. But as you move through this, you eventually come towards a door that looks like it was recently added, and there is a lock on the front.
Okay.
Isaac looks up and down the hallway to make sure that no one's looking, and then just like casually leans and like trying to like block the lock from view.
Everyone's absolutely looking at what you're doing.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Like, Anwi just rolls her eyes and she starts checking for traps. So.
All right, go ahead and roll your perception check.
We'll try.
Check full track.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, okay. Dirty 20.
There does not seem to be any mechanical traps attached to the door on the outside that you can see. The lock looks fine. You see no runes that could possibly explode. Everything looks hunky-dory.
Okay, because I would say, like, I do have, some spell casting of my own, so I'm not noticing magical stuff. Like,
looks fine.
Okay. You say that in a tone that just... But anyways, I try to use the... do I hear any... Before I put the key in the door, if I kind of get close to the door and try to listen, do I hear anything on the other side? Like, would I hear people noises?
Roll a perception check again, because you're looking for something different.
Yep.
You hear voices on the other side. It sounds like they're having a conversation. You can't make out the words through the thickness of the door.
Okay, do they sound close or further away?
They sound like they're in a room of some sort on the other side of this. It doesn't sound like cavernous or anything, so it doesn't sound like they're on the opposite edge of the door. It doesn't sound like if you open it, you'd slam into them.
Right. So I kind of just let the others know that there definitely are people in here. I can't make out what they're saying. I don't know, but when we go in, there's going to be people. I mean, do we have a plan to go in there and see if they attack us or just have some sort of bullshit reason for breaking and entering?
I've been pretty good at bullshit lately.
Are we really breaking and entering if we have the key? Is that how that works?
I mean, we're not breaking anything. It's
True.
just entering.
I mean, we probably will break
Also-
stuff once we get in, to be fair.
Well, yes.
I mean, you could unlock the door and then I'll go in first.
This
I
is
can
as
work for me.
Krizik is casually leaning against the door, and he's like, "I'll just go in first." Like, it's...
Yeah, and he's like giving a big grin, like, yes, I can bullshit my way if that's necessary.
I would say I've heard this before. I probably won't be too far behind you, but I'm gonna go ahead and put the key in the door and unlock it, and slowly kind of see if I can push it in just a little bit to see if I can see anything.
All right, so as you stick your key in the door, it does make an audible click as you unlock the door. And as you open it, it doesn't open with a squeak, but anyone who is on the other side might have heard the opening of the door. So when you open it, I'll tell you what you see. Marv, as this is happening, you hear some of the squatters behind you, and they're whispering each other saying, "Oh, I hope they have enough hit points for this." And the door opens. And inside you see two figures. They're wearing robes, and when you look closely at them, you're like, "Oh, this is the same robes that strange necromancer character was wearing in the graveyard when you fought with Sir Ambrose." Same sort of sigils and markings on the robe. They hear you open the door as you come in. They turn around. You see that there are some bones on what looks to be some sort of altar in front of them, as well as some shovels put against the wall. They look towards you, seeing that there are 5 of you, and they raise their hands and say, please, show mercy.
Are you going to eat that?
No, wasn't planning on it.
Do you mind if we do?
Can I?
Oh wait, guys! And Krizik like taps them both on their shoulders, like, no, focus. We're not here to eat.
Right, Rob. We can make a broth later. It's fine.
That's great.
While they're doing this, I'm just kind of trying to look around the room. Do I notice anything besides bones on an altar? Like, I'm not moving further in, but since they're all shorter than me, I can look over.
I will say, with some of your knowledge of this, you do see some spell books and scrolls around. They're obviously trying to work some magic in some way, not that way. And they look like they're probably apprentices. They don't seem to have the same, what's the word? The same gumption as the other character you fought. They seem to be of a lower level.
Ah, yes. So, while the others are asking if they can eat the bones or make a broth with them and whatever, as they sort of
your bones to make my bread.
Yeah, as Krizik sort of settles them down, but not really. I'm just like, look, we're here because this key was in a grave that was robbed, and that mausoleum is very important to us, and some things are missing. If you tell us where it is, we'll let you go.
Let's see.
I have persuasion if you want me to.
Krizik also has intimidation.
Yeah, at the moment you're talking about
so
bone
what
broth,
they say in
to be
response
fair.
to what Elmi just said is, well, our master told us to steal the bones from the city of the dead, and that's when we went to the Galorr mausoleum. Apparently he wants to create some sort of army of skeletons. That's why we have these. And he holds up a thigh bone, or like a, big ass bone.
Any stones amongst the bones that you took?
No.
Can I roll an insight check on that? Or do I need to
No.
because they don't seem convincing?
Obviously, it looks like one of them is trying to hide that under the push that under the rug. The other one sort of nugs him in the ribs, but they seem to be hiding something. You don't need to insight that at all. You just need to decide how you're going to try and get it out of them.
Right.
Krizik pulls out his longsword and is like,
Are you sure you didn't pick up any stones while you were in the mausoleum?
Roll an intimidation check,
Krizik.
Krizik.
Behind him.
Roll
So,
an
by
intimidation check with advantage with Sneezewort helping with.
yes.
Yeah. I'm also making my eyes glow.
Yep.
And there's a tremble in the ground.
So with all of this combined,
And the back.
one of them whispers, "I need to change my robes." He says, "Well, oh please, just don't tell our master. We told you this, but in the Galorr mausoleum, our master killed a rat, and the rat had a small stone. It was carrying it. When the rat died, it vanished like magic. And our master took the stone to his lair. He thinks the stone is magical."
It's really not worth a whole lot, but it's this family's heirloom, and they have hired us to find it. So really, we just need to find it, and we'll get out of your way, and you can live another day.
Well, I'm sorry, we're more afraid of the master than you. While they're saying this,
That's
you do
dumb.
remember that Grinda did mention that her familiar was a rat.
Yep.
Yes. So we know that this is the stone we're looking for.
So her mausoleum's torn up, her house is blown up, and now her familiar is dead.
The Black
the
Network,
worst.
man. Woo, boy. Real pieces of work they are.
So their master isn't the necromancer that we killed, right?
You'd have to ask them.
What? I just pipe up from the back. When's the last time you talked to your boss?
He was with us when we went to the Galorr Museum. Mausoleum.
Oh.
I was gonna say, I was like, you're gonna have to fill me in on where this museum is.
Mausoleum. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, but when did you go to the mausoleum?
So, putting the pieces together and recognizing the damage that was done after, you realize that their master could not have been the person that you killed inside.
Yeah, that timeline doesn't match up.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Their master's probably somebody who flays certain parts of a head.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, that one that's still running about.
Yeah, no, he's scary. No, I'm good.
But we need that stone.
Oh no, we can kill them. I just don't want to mess with their boss.
Oh, okay.
Are you saying this out loud?
I know, because
feel
they're like
now
about to shit themselves. They're like, no, don't. We told you everything
turns
you
back
need to
towards
know.
them and like swings his sword around. Like.
So you said that they were like, there's something under like the rug, like that they're trying to.
Oh no, I meant that metaphorically. They were trying to sweep the details under the
No,
rug.
I was just making sure. I was like, was that metaphorically, or are they just really terrible at hiding things?
There's a whole skeleton under the rug, like a skull hanging.
Where is your boss now?
Merklev, he must be in the hideout.
Yeah, and they're not.
And that is.
Where's the hideout?
Oh, we can't. He'll kill us. He may look small, but he's
Or we
quite
will.
fierce.
I mean, you got a
Oh,
choice
we
at this
will.
point.
Listen, Tiamat does not want you to be in her grace right now, but if we have to put you there, we will.
If you promise to spare our lives, we'll tell you where our master Merklev's hideout is.
Sure.
That seems fair.
Should we kill one of them just to prove
No,
that we're
Marv.
Okay.
They look toward each other and they kind of in a hushed tone say, Merklev's lair is found beneath the city in the sewers. You can find access to it if you go to the Wretchen's wig shop in the trades ward.
This sounds very made up.
The name of the place is Dandy Mops. We couldn't have made that
I
up.
really don't believe it.
To be fair, this is probably I'm sort of just talking out loud. I'm like, this is probably the same one we ran into before in the sewers.
Sneezewort, you have heard of
No.
Dandy Mops. It isn't. I almost said Dandy Warts. That's a different store. Dandy Mops is an actual powdered wig shop in Waterdeep.
Is it okay? All right. I've heard of this. People go there for some real fancy hair, and something
don't-
called merkins. I'm not sure about them.
I'd be interested in American. They sound delicious.
Is that like a mimosa? Okay.
So I'm kind of looking at the others like, do we need any more information or?
Yeah, what are your names?
This is Volkar, and this is Erlester. We had another one in our triumvirate of apprentices, but he never came back after one night.
Well, we're sorry to hear that.
Well,
it's
if
a
we go to
dangerous
this place
job.
and it's not the right place, we're gonna come back and kill you. You know that, right?
What?
Yeah, but if
That's not the deal.
Yeah, but if
Going
it
to
is,
kill ya.
but if it is the right place,
Yeah.
we won't mention any of this to your master. He will never know that you were involved, and you'll be safe if you gave us the correct information.
Well, I hope so, and I'm glad you didn't kill us. He would have just raised us up again anyway.
Oh god.
That sounds like kind of a
You guys need to
torturous
find a
gig.
new
Do you
job.
guys like have a union or anything? Because it seems like you would just.
No, this is an
be
at-will
better.
city to work in, so we can't unionize.
Well, how many other apprentices are there?
Well, now 2. I told you there were 3.
Oh.
It's a
Oh, well.
it's a
all
tough gig, let me tell you that. Anyways,
I mean, have you thought about like rebranding?
well, I don't think I don't think
think their
publicity is our
employer-
problem. I think it's what we do as people, which is animate other dead people. So
I mean, that's
Yeah.
fair.
Plus, they probably signed a do not compete or something too.
my
I
my
mean, you know.
to not resuscitate my my parents aren't proud. But anyway, and I know they're dead, and I raised anyway. Moving on. So-
Well, until you raise a family, I mean, really, you got to start at the top.
God damn it. Okay, that's
Don't
definitely
let
one.
failing out of medical school stop you from achieving your dreams.
Fisting for Freed. Thanks for the cheer. Oh, thank you for the cheer and the 45 bits. Appreciate it very much. Let's continue. So with that,
So I think we're gonna get. This is all we're gonna.
fisting for freedom. I put it together. Fisting for. Well, that doesn't. What?
No.
Moving on.
What? No.
So with that.
Phrasing.
Oh no, that's Ellen. No, he's really cool.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
But it's someone we know.
I'm glad it's someone we know. Appreciate the bits very much. So, what would you guys like to do at this point?
I think we should head to the sewers.
All right. So I'm going to give you guys just a little heads up here. It's not late. It's 9:16. However, I will tell you that going to Merkliv's lair is a dungeon. So if this is something we want to save until next time, I totally understand.
Yeah.
You know how it goes.
Yeah,
I mean, we all
and
know Ryan and
dragons.
Kenzie love dungeons.
Yeah, and let me tell you, this one's a doozy. It's just a circle, and every door is a trap.
It also seems to have a mind flayer at the end. So.
Even better.
Merkliv.
Potentially.
Merkliv, you should know names of. Check your
Oh,
notes.
you would think I would know names, but I don't.
You actually found the mind flayer in the Who's Who at the Yawning Portal, so I did give you his name.
Okay,
It
but
might
you
be in
realize,
your journal.
like, most of the time I let the others kind of do that
That's
game, and I
fair.
sort of stare at it because I'm like,
Yeah, I don't.
there's purple over here and over there, and I don't know what any of these people
Let me
like.
see
We
if
found, was it Neolor? Was that the
Yep.
mind flayer that we
Yeah,
found?
Nearlore was
Okay.
the mind flayer. So Merkliv is
Okay.
not the mind flayer.
Oh,
Merkliv
okay,
is
because I
something
thought when we
else.
were talking about sewers and down there that this was
Yep.
that.
Oh, here we go. Okay, I'm circling this name.
So the good news is it's not a mind flayer. The bad news is you're not quite sure
not
what
a
you're up
mind flayer.
against.
Oh, okay,
the name
so
does sound familiar though.
so we thought in that first I guess session that out of character we thought it might have been like a mind flayer, or even in character kind of speculating with those of us who know a bit more, but I guess because it had the little brain cat thing, didn't it?
Right, but that was
So-
Nilor, that wasn't Merkliv.
Fuck that brain cat. No.
Fuck that.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I was like, do we want to go down here right now, or do we want to
Well,
have...
that's up to you. Yeah, it is a delve. So
Do we have that? We have that side quest. For
Yeah,
the,
that's what I was.
that's
gonna
what
say.
I was going to
We want
suggest.
to
I didn't
go
want to
Yeah.
railroad
help
you,
my
but it is something
faction.
we could do.
Yeah.
No, that's fine. That's
Cool.
giving us options. Plus, I think if we're doing an actual like dungeon, we'd want to have a full team. As far as we're down
That's
one
another
tonight.
thing I was
Yeah.
gonna suggest. So with that, guys, let's go ahead and move to the Yawning Portal.
I'm gonna go
Oh
buy
my
me a
gosh,
new-
we still have our old
Perfect.
setup. I just brought this guy out of. Oh look, with the troll and everything. Can you see this yet?
Aw.
Yes.
Yeah.
This
Oh,
is
wow.
this is from the first session, I think. Well,
Nice.
none of this is here.
memories.
Bad memories.
No, good memories. I said man memories. Man. These are all good memories.
Oh, good
All
memories.
this is good.
All right, Yagra is not here. Thoughtsy is not here. This guy's been dead. Sneezewort still here. This guy's not here. Let's see.
Dodged a bullet there.
So in this particular, it's sort of right before noon at this point. It's going to be around lunchtime. So the Yawning Portal has its regular lunch crowd. It is a weekend, so 3 Strings the Bard is playing in the corner. Mimosas and chicken and waffles all around. And you come in, and it's quite a busy place. Just imagine there's people in those chairs there.
Okay. Well, just as we go in, I'm gonna, especially since I know 3 Strings, I'm gonna drop a couple of gold pieces in his tip jar.
All right, he gives you a wink and continues to play without skipping a beat.
Yep. And I'll just mark that.
Krizik waves to Bonnie if she's around.
In between bringing orders to busy customers, she does give you a quick salute, and you wonder how she can hold all these plates on one tray. And she just continues with a smile on her face.
Sweet. And then Krizik turns to Nahtel and he's like,
Okay, so we're looking for doppelgangers, but
Yeah.
how do we do that?
I don't know.
Okay.
Jareth was not able to tell me who the doppelgangers were impersonating. So I'm not really sure.
Alright.
Well, I guess we could ask and see if any, like, if Bonnie or God, what's the other guy's name? The other bartender, the owner.
Jernan.
Jernan. Yeah. See if any of the regulars have been see if they've been acting strangely.
Well, we also gotta make sure, if we don't know who's been impersonated, Nahtel, that it's not one of them either. Are there ways we can... I would figure a doppelganger would look like people, but can they know things that, like, we would know? Sort
I
of
don't
thing,
think
like,
any of your
would they know
characters
that...
have come across a doppelganger, so I'm not sure how much you
I
know
was gonna
about
say, are we talking
That's what I'm
about,
trying
like,
to think
a
of in character,
magical
like-
doppelganger, or like just someone who happens to look like one of the lords?
Was Jareth able to tell me that?
When Jareth mentioned the doppelganger, she mentioned a gang of doppelgangers, and the way you took it was doppelganger, the actual creature. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Not
okay.
someone.
Okay.
Yeah.
And she
Doppelgangers
didn't
by
tell me
nature.
anything about how to, like, detect them or.
No, when they were trying to spy on the doppelgangers, all they found was they seemed to come back towards the yawning portal.
Since it's a creature, is that something that, like, a nature check could help see
if you found
something
clues
is
that would
behaving
allow you
not
to
quite
tra-
human?
Not in this particular scenario, no.
Okay.
If you found tracks or something like that, possibly, but in this particular situation, it's just a crowded-ass place.
Okay.
Yeah. Is this like... I mean, do we know if the yawning portal is often frequented by, like, the lords of Waterdeep?
You have no idea.
Well, I don't think they're impersonating the Lords of Waterdeep.
Yeah, that would be...
Oh.
Honestly,
Yeah.
my thought on that, and I feel like as ennui, she would have certain words about the fact that leadership goes around, except for one, goes around masked, and, you know, how much corruption that can lead to, and on and on and on. But basically her point in this, like, rambling mess of her griping about our current political state is that, you know, why would you need a doppelganger when you could just wear a freaking mask and a wig? So...
From Dandy Mops.
You know, right?
Yeah, okay. I don't know where I got the bit about them impersonating.
Well, you guys did have that.
Well, because I
that
asked it first, and
okay.
Because I was trying to see if we knew if it was in particular people in government, but
I'm
we kind of
gonna go talk to Dernan and ask him if he's noticed any of his regulars who have been coming in at a weird time or have been acting kind of strange, maybe not like themselves.
So Jernan, between pouring ales, he sets an ale in front of you without being asked to. He kind of just knows you guys now.
Thank you, Dernan.
He
Very
says,
sweet.
"Nope, you guys are still the weirdest people here."
fair enough.
I appreciate
He
that.
gives you a sly smile as he continues to pour.
Well, okay, I take that as a compliment. We are very strange, but nothing out of character. Or maybe a new group that's been coming here.
I mean, this place is frequented by so many people. We have people coming in for
I
a day and
know.
then they leave. We're kind of a high tourist attraction, you might say.
I look back at the big, giant hole in the ground. I'm like, yep.
Yeah. During a set break, I'm going to go over to Three Strings and kind of see if he's noticed anything since he plays here regularly.
All right,
Because
so
he might notice something that the others wouldn't since he's not bustling around.
So he goes to take a break. He lays down his loot next to the fireplace and goes to grab an ale from Jernan. And he says, "Ennui, always a pleasure."
So I'm going to, as he's heading up to the bar, since I came from there, I'll just come with an ale for him because it's not like he wasn't being poured one anyways.
Right.
And just, you know, so I'm just chatting with him. I'm like, so we're actually like keeping an eye out for some folks. Have you seen anyone new or anyone acting strange coming in? I mean, stranger than this place usually is.
So he finishes the ale before he gets to the bar, which another ale is waiting for him. And he says, I mean, strange and new people are kind of why I come to this place. You're going to have to be a little more specific, I'm afraid.
Okay. I don't know, I guess folks that maybe who are local, that, you know, like government folks or any officials that wouldn't normally be here that you've seen come in lately? I mean, this place doesn't necessarily usually grab the upper crust of Waterdeep. So
then he kind of looks to the side of it. He's like, well, no. The only noblemen that have been here recently are just Rainier and Flume, but that's not out of the ordinary.
Yeah. No, they don't necessarily count.
But were they acting strangely? Were they just being themselves, or did you notice anything weird about them?
No, they seem to be getting along quite lovely. They talked with Valo for a little bit, but I don't know what they were talking about. They seem to be of good spirits. No, nothing strange.
Yeah. No, what I meant was that they don't count as out of the ordinary for nobles because they don't behave.
Nahtel, Volo is not here currently. Neither is Rainier or Flume. He just mentioned those people out of thinking back. They're normally the night crowd.
And I know Yagra is hiding, so
yeah, Yagra is not here. And no one has seen Yagra in a few days.
Okay.
Krizik is going to follow Bonnie as she's like bringing drinks and plates of food, and he's like very carefully and specifically not getting in her way. He's just like following behind her, and he's like, hey Bonnie, do you know what a doppelganger is?
Just cutting right to the chase.
Wow. Okay. So with that, she walks around without any problems. She places a glass down, almost tips it over, but then catches it. She's like, what are you speaking about, Krizik? No.
Oh, well, we're on a job, and apparently there's some doppelgangers, like the creature, not just like two people who kind of look the same. There's some doppelgangers who are using the yawning portal to like come back to frequently, and we have no idea who they're impersonating, and we don't know what they look like originally, so, you know, you're back and forth throughout the tavern. I don't know, maybe you've seen them.
So this conversation, portal, right? this run-on sentence that Krizik just said has happened like an entire lap around the yawning portal as she's delivering stuff. She says, "No, I'm sorry, Krizik. I have to get back to work now, though. If you need something, just ask Durnan."
All right, thanks, so.
What's Marv doing?
Marv would, he's gonna like ask for as many pancakes as he can get for 10 gold.
Oh, that's a shit ton of pancakes. Jordan, if you're at the bar, she says, well, how about this, Marv? I'll keep bringing out the pancakes as he sees your handful of gold, and he's like, and when you're done eating, I'll charge you for the ones you eat.
They might not have enough pancakes for 10 gold, Marv.
Oh, all right. Whatever works. I'm happy to eat them.
So they bring out a short stack for you, which comes out in just a little bit. While you're all hanging around the yawning portal, I would like everyone to please roll an insight check.
Mm-hmm. Oh, thank God. I don't know how we're going to find
Well, can I get,
Tiamat would definitely want me to find...
Yes, I'm going to guide myself.
Krizik has a -1 to insight.
I was wondering if I could possibly
I have a +6.
I rolled a 19, though.
That's awesome.
Well, I rolled a fucking 9 with my +6. Great.
To go along with the other 9s you rolled for strength and like just 9s.
I was wondering, Chris,
what is a horse's insight, Chris?
Sorry, Sneeze, what did you say?
I said,
what is a horse's insight?
Hey, hold on, what's up?
I'm being dumb.
No, Jack's trying to talk to. I think it's merging the audio.
Yeah.
I was just wondering if I can get Duke to sniff out around the tavern and see if he detects anything unusual.
I like that idea.
Ooh.
Roll Duke's perception.
Okay. He actually rolls with advantage related to hearing or smell.
Oh, nice.
That's a nat 20?
Yes, it is a nat 20.
Nice.
All right, so here's what happens in the next scene here. Let me just see the characters' roles first. Krizik and Sneeze roll with an 18. Okay. So, Krizik, you, as you're walking around the tavern with Bonnie, you notice that she's never flustered. You've seen her carry many dishes on one tray at a time. As soon as you mention the word doppelganger, she almost dropped a glass. And that seems strange to you. As she heads to the back kitchen, Duke, as he's sort of sniffing around, he heads towards the back kitchen as well.
Yeah, Krizik, upon seeing Duke head into the back kitchen, heads back there as well.
Yeah, I'm going with you, of course. Cause I'm not letting Duke out of my sight. I mean,
yeah.
So the two goblins are heading to the back kitchen. What's everyone else doing?
Are you waving the rest of us on? Because I presume the rest of us didn't notice.
While I'm eating pancakes, I'm gonna ask Brennan if he's a doppelganger.
Yeah, I think Krizik would actually probably default to Nahtel because she's easy to pick out of a crowd.
I don't know why there's no door, but the door to the kitchen
waves and points to the back room.
Okay, I will go where Krizik is telling.
There is also. I guess I got to draw on the doors, guys. Sorry, hold on.
And I guess if I'm allowed to just assume that I noticed Nahtel walking in a direction with purpose, that I'm like,
I was gonna say, yeah, because Ennui tries to blend into the crowd normally, so.
Yeah, but I am trying to pay attention. Apparently, I'm not really noticing much, but I figure I would notice Nahtel going from leisurely to whoop.
So anyone who's going towards the kitchen, just go ahead and place your characters there, just so I know where everyone is.
I'm assuming it's the blue doors.
You might have to drag yourself on there.
I was looking. I was like, "Where am I?"
Yeah, you have
not
a new token
here.
Now, so you might have to.
These were just went right in there, ready to go. And Duke.
I mean, it's food. You know.
I mean, okay, all right. In which case, I'll put myself.
Are we going straight into the kitchen?
It looks like it. Marv.
I mean, Krizik, Sneezeward, and Duke got there first, so makes sense, I guess.
Nahtel, what do you? I just need to know where everyone's kind of going.
All right, well, Krizik told me to go, so I went.
Yeah, I'll kind of hang, I guess, in the doorway since there's not much I can do from here.
I mean, you can move in there. It's not combat, so just, like, get in there.
Yeah, I feel like it's not going to not be combat for long.
So
I'm in there, but I am, like, pressed up against the back.
There we go.
So, Three Strings sitting next to you, Marv, is drinking his ale. He watches as all the other members of Chalice and Chains head towards the back
When
area.
did they get here?
Huh?
When did Chalice and Chains get here?
Oh, shit. Sorry. 2 napkins juicy. Yikes. Sorry, everybody. 2 napkins
Legendary
juicy.
heroes?
I know. What was I
Chains.
thinking? What was I thinking? They would not grace the honor. So anyway, so they are, you see,
I was
Three
saying, like, can we
Strings-
use their level 9 stuff for this? This is great.
Three Strings
Just point them
notices
at
that
the
the other
problem.
characters head towards the back. And he lays down his mug, and under his breath, he says, "Damn it!" And then he walks after them.
Hey, hang on a second. I'm eating these pancakes. They're delicious. Are you a doppelganger?
He doesn't seem to hear you as he moves towards the back area. Marv,
Brendan,
would you
no
like to
one's
stay with
answering
Jernan, or would you like to head to the back?
Well, I'm gonna. Did Brennan answer me when I asked him that?
Oh, you were talking to Jernan or Three Strings?
Sorry, yeah. I've asked both of them. Neither of them have responded to me.
Three Strings didn't give you, didn't seem to acknowledge you one way or the other. He just was walking away. Jernan looks at you for a second and he's like, "I think you need another one of these." And he puts a mimosa in front of you.
But what is that a yes or a no? We're looking for doppelgangers.
He looks at you and he says, "I've been around long enough. You can trust that I'm not a doppelganger."
Good enough for me. I'm gonna finish a bite of this pancake. I'm gonna chug this mimosa real quick, and then I'm gonna go into the kitchen and go, "Hey."
Tactics.
let them have their conversation, so I'll catch up.
Looking towards the back kitchen, you see Bonnie is working on creating an order. Three Strings has come in through the back, and you're all standing in the kitchen. She looks surprised to see you.
Okay, so to get into the back, Three Strings would have to go past me, and...
You're not in combat.
No, but I would be, like... Why is he in the kitchen?
He saw you going there, and he's following you. From Marv's perspective, he looked worried.
Right. No, I know. But I'm saying if I'm paying attention and he goes past me, like, it's not just like he's
okay,
a friend of mine. Like, he's a friend of mine. I'm thinking that he would, like, either say something to me or, like, lean up against the wall and be like, what you up to? Getting free food? Like, he would be, there would be some sort of interaction. For him to kind of go through and go on the other side.
So as he, let's say he's standing in the threshold instead with Marv directly behind him as you're all kind of crowding this area. And he says...
i.e., you don't want me to notice yet. So.
He says, it's just, he looks towards you, Anwi, and he says, Anwi, don't do this.
We haven't done anything.
He seems concerned. His normal flippant sort of demeanor is shrouded in worry right now. Like he's serious, and you're not used to seeing Three Strings serious.
Right. So I definitely, he has more of my attention now. Like I am sort of kind of keeping an eye on the situation over here, but I'm like, what's going on? You're not usually this worked up.
I walk in and I go, Durnan is not a doppelganger.
Oh, that's good to know, Marv. Thanks.
Krizik sort of gestures towards Duke and is like,
hey, I think Duke smelled something fishy, but like not fish. I mean suspicious.
I think look, so I told Duke to scan for anything that may have smelled a little weird, a little alien, a little inhuman or something, and he zeroed in on you. He's pretty good about these things. I tend to trust him.
So as you're saying this, Bonnie, who has been just sort of laser focused on creating this order, moving food onto a tray, you see her just wipe tears away from her eyes and just glare at you.
Tiamat would want us to get to the bottom of this. I will cast Zone of Truth.
Okay. Very good.
Oh, okay.
What?
No, it's done.
Questions now.
It is done.
It's done.
What would you like to... nothing's been asked of anybody, so no one's...
No, it's a save that they have to make, and then if we ask them questions...
Oh, do I get to make the save in secret? Or I guess it's public. It's probably public. Okay, what is the...
it's
save?
A 15-foot radius against my save, which is not very high. Level 4. It is... why is it on 10 different pages? It's 13. And it's a...
I think it's wisdom?
It's charisma. So. It's a charisma saving throw.
Oh yeah, charisma save 13. Everybody can choose to fail it.
Shit. That was Bonnie. Let me roll for 3 strings.
For the hell of it, I'm going to roll it too. You said it was charisma?
13, all right. Well, okay, just remember in character, you don't really... I wish I could roll... I should have rolled those in secret, but yeah.
Oh, well, I failed anyways, so... But, no, I mean, I figure since,
Well, we would know, or rather...
Like, there's
Marv
a magical...
Marv would know if the creature failed or made the check. I cast it as Dana one time, if you remember.
Yeah.
So, you do know if they passed or if they're able to lie.
I see.
It's like a sense.
So Bonnie has failed. 3 strings has succeeded.
Okay. That's fine.
Krizik, seeing that Bonnie has started crying, asks her,
Wait, what's wrong, Bonnie? Why are you crying?
She answers she has to tell the truth.
How could she say that? She says, we were finally happy.
Who was finally happy? You and someone else?
3 strings says, don't say anything.
Hey, she can speak for herself. I'm trying to help my friend.
And I kind of look at...
Bonnie, why were you crying? Like, what do you mean? Are you in trouble?
She just continues to say things like, I knew this wouldn't work.
I mean, if you tell us what's wrong, we can help you.
She doesn't respond to that.
Like, we're not here to attack you. We're just... I mean, we've never been hostile to you before.
She nods Three String says, if you truly care about her, you'll let this go.
I kind of look at Three Strings and go and say, look, whatever this is with you two, there's a lot of powerful folks who are already on to you. They've sent us, so I would say this is your chance to work with us. Otherwise, you may not get another opportunity.
So out of his boot, he draws a small dagger, and he says, no, I won't let you take her.
We're not trying to take her anywhere. We just want to find out what's wrong.
I don't think they're the doppelgangers.
So he doesn't seem convinced. He's still brandishing this knife, obviously outnumbered.
Krizik turns back to Bonnie and like tries to like catch her eye. Like if she's avoiding eye contact, he'll like move into her line of sight. Like he's trying to like get her to like engage with him. Like
okay.
I mean, is it like do you need help finding a new job? Are you in some kind of like trouble? Are people bothering you? I mean, if it's something here, like
she just says we were trying to stay hidden.
Hidden from what? From who? Is it Black Network? Is it Xanathar?
It's she says everyone. No one understands my kind.
What, humans? Yeah, humans are weird.
That's true. That's very true.
Okay.
With that,
so this is when I turned to Three Strings and go, look, what we were told was that there were doppelgangers who were trying to interfere with the government. We have no interest in exposing you. If we can talk this out, if we can figure out what's going on, you know, we can try to. You're my friend. I have no reason not to trust you and to not try to help you.
Yeah, you remember, we risked our lives to save you from a troll. I mean, I shot a scourge off you from across the room.
That was pretty sweet.
Yeah.
That's not what he says.
And look at our group. We're not exactly made up of, like, the most, you know, respectable groups of you know, that you find around Waterdeep. I mean, I'm a tiefling. They don't even let me, you know, I can't even go so high in the, when I work, you know, I can't work in the front. So, because we discussed this before, so I'm pulling this back. But, you know, so let us try to help. We were told that, like I said, that there may be folks here, but we don't have to interfere if we can try to help instead.
So Three Strings still brandishing his dagger. You do see that his hand is starting to shake and his grip on the dagger is loosening a little bit. Bonnie, seeing that he might do something foolish, says, what's his, hold on. Says, Matrim, stop, before this turns bad. And then you look towards Bonnie, and her features start to melt, and eventually she's just this amorphous kind of humanoid creature, but without features. Just sort of like, almost like a clay mass. And you see that she isn't human at all.
Okay.
Oh.
So, and I'm kind of just looking between them, and
like Krizik looks at her again. He's like, "Oh, you look way cooler this way."
Yeah, and I can. Anui is kind of looking between them, and she just looks at Three Strings and says, you know, and she kind of just casually, like it's not, you know, a big like betrayal or anything, and she's just like, you know, you two, you know, this is what you're talking about.
He says. He puts his dagger down. He's like, I'm sorry. Can we please close the door?
Yeah, absolutely.
So you head deeper into the kitchen, and then he puts away his dagger, and he says, Bonnie and her kin, they came here in peace, but anytime someone hears of doppelgangers, they just assume the worst. They assume some sort of agenda, as many of her kind has been used as puppets. And we've been trying to keep out of the public eye, but apparently someone has at least sensed us in some way, or her kind. He's not a doppelganger. She is.
Okay.
He says, I can't imagine living without her.
Sorry. Go ahead.
So with that, basically, apparently what you've gathered is that Bonnie is a doppelganger and her family is doppelgangers. They came here in peace, but anytime someone senses doppelgangers, no one's comfy. So she's hid as a human for the past few years, and her and Three Strings have developed a relationship. He knows about her, but no one else seems to. And he's worried that if they find out, her family will be arrested or worse.
So I kind of look at Nahtel and go, well, is it... Because I don't think Jareth is talking about...
Yeah, no,
Bonnie.
I don't think we're not looking for you. I think we're looking for a group of doppelgangers.
Well, but her family.
Yeah, she says, well, I do belong to a group of doppelgangers, and we can kind of sense our kind. I would know if there was more. I guess I had to find a new place to work now.
We're not going to expose you. We have no reason to.
Yeah, no, this is not what we're after here. I mean, it's...
Yeah.
No.
I mean, we were led to believe that the doppelgangers were like doing bad things, but you're obviously not doing bad things. You're just trying to work.
You're giving us food.
And what kind of hypocrites would we be? We had a whole conversation with Marv earlier about generalizing between like the chromatic and metallic dragons. What was the point of us even having that conversation if we weren't going to follow our own practices?
And clearly you're not bad. No part of you is shiny.
Jesus. Fucking.
Yeah, but Ennui just kind of keeps going, and she ignores Marv like she usually does, and she's just like, we have no reason to expose you. We have no reason, but if there's a group here that is causing trouble, they could expose you too. So it might be good if you were saying you can sense others. We were told that there may be a group coming to the Yawning Portal and using it as like a meetup spot as they go about. I don't know that Jareth would be wrong about their intent, but maybe we can try to keep your cover and also fix whatever problems going on too.
So with that, she has this strange habit of when now that she's sort of in this amorphous form, as you talk to her, she slowly starts to mimic your movements and sort of take your form for a minute. So as different people are talking to her, she is sort of shifting until eventually she seems to have to concentrate into the form that you recognize her in as Bonnie. And she seems to solidify in that again. She says, I'll definitely keep an eye out. You've been friends to me and to the other members of the Yawning Portal, so I'll be sure to be forthright in telling you if we learn anything. But I tell you, people just misjudge my kind, and they probably sensed a gathering of doppelgangers and feared the worst.
Well, the person who sent me was Jareth. He's a demigod for my faction, the Emerald Enclave. I don't think he would send me just because
of racism.
Afraid. I think there would be a good reason behind it.
Well, you may speak to Jareth, the lady of Falconmere, and you can.
I keep calling him.
Yeah, it's a chick, but it doesn't really matter. They're a demigod at this point.
It's because of Bowie. Yeah,
it doesn't matter. It's Bowie. Either way, it's David Bowie. But Bonnie says, I've never met the lady of Falconmere. Just please don't tell her about me.
Oh, there's no reason she needs to know.
Okay. So with this, guys, it seems like you're leaving Bonnie and Three Strings' secret in the Yawning Portal. She's hoping she'll be able to continue to work there. Our last thing that we're going to do, and we're going to just do this a little quickly, is reporting back to Falconmere. What are you going to tell Jareth?
We didn't find any threat. We didn't find a doppelganger threat at the Yawning Portal.
Is this true, Nahtel? Says the demigod.
True. Yeah, we were not able to find a threat there. I think we just need more information to try and weed them out, but no.
So let me be clear, you found no doppelgangers in the Yawning Portal?
None that pose a threat, no.
None at all?
Jareth, what are you trying to ask me?
I'm just asking one of my Emerald Enclave's acolytes if you found doppelgangers in the Yawning Portal.
None that pose a threat. No.
Any that did not pose a threat?
Can we hear this too?
Yes.
Or is this
You guys
just...
are all with me.
You're all with her. She is echoing throughout this whole area.
Because I have no loyalty to this chick, and I'm just gonna kind of, I guess, look at the sky or whatever, and be like, look, you chose Nahtel. With all due respect, if she's being if she's answering her question, and I know we all know she's being a little bit evasive, don't you trust her judgment to know that she would not hold a threat back from you?
I prefer if my acolytes speak for themselves, as she casts silence on you.
Oh, Anwi just glows her eyes a little bit brighter and kind of glares.
It's okay, Anwi. Jareth, it sounds like you already know the answer to the question that you're asking me. But, I'm not gonna change my answer.
Very well. That is unfortunate, but I understand where you're coming from. I will contact you again when I need something else.
Okay.
And with that, she drops the silence. As you become unsilenced, Ennui, there is sort of an encroaching silence coming as you realize the demigod is no longer present. And with that, awkward silence, everybody.
Like 5 million chicken sandwiches.
With that, everybody, we hope you enjoyed our Waterdeep Dragon Heist episode. We will see you next week when the heroes are going to delve below the city again into the sewers in hunt of some mysterious Merklev. We will see you next week, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. How many pancakes did I eat?
Let's say
all of them.
16 and a half.
How many?
16 and a half sounds right.
16 and a half. Okay, I like that.
But that's only going to cost you 3 copper. Okay, bye for real.